for me.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. You know, the only difference than what we normally see on defense, Bradley runs a 3-3 stack. They're not trying to run some big old boys out there on the defensive line. They're trying to penetrate.
Yes.
So do your job. There's going to be lots of schemes that they're going to try to run. You got to be disciplined. You got to be sound. So I agree. When it's time to run the ball, move everything in front of you. When it's time to be in pass pro, be ready for some guys moving around because it's going to happen a lot. They're going to send some different stunts. They're going to try to confuse you. So go through your keys, go through your progressions, and make sure that you're doing your job.
So with that defensive side of the ball, Jacob.
Defense side of the ball, I think it's the same. I think you've got a bully up front. You know, whether they roll out a tight end as the quarterback or they roll out the freshman quarterback, we've got to put pressure on them, make them make mistakes, and that's going to start with the 4 guys up front.
I promise you, Jacob is not looking off of my notes. Walker Valley defensive coordinator, first-year D coordinator, Kerry Henderson has done a phenomenal job up to this point. Helped get the Mustangs back in that game last week with the defensive play there. But no Cash Bandy, no Tyler Cook tonight. You've got some young quarterbacks, as you touched on, Jacob, for Bradley. You've got to stack the box. You got to load the box, put pressure on those young quarterbacks. If they go to that Wildcat set or whatever Bradley calls it with the tight end Brady Lewis under center, keep those bodies there, make him throw the football.
Absolutely.
Give them that look. So those are your keys to victory as our captains are taking the field for Bradley and Walker Valley.
So the coin toss is about to happen. Springdale Heating and Air. Old-fashioned friendly and always more than your money's worth. 479-6363. So captains are out. Captains for the Mustangs. Let me get my sheet out, Coach.
So I see Troy Descavich, number 5, number 10, Tate
Roundtree. Number 8, McCooch.
Yeah, that's Hudson McCooch.
Number 49, Shantz.
Yeah, Hudson McCooch, number 8, and Jack Shantz, 49. And Jacob, they're having that meeting there. Let's see.
These are normally a little bit longer because, you know, there's not bad blood's not the word, but this is an intense game. There's going to be a lot of things happening, a lot of things said because these boys have been growing up beside each other their entire life. So definitely a conversation to the captains first because at the end of the day, those are guys out on the field that are representing their team.
So Walker Valley looks like they won the toss and deferred.
So Bradley will start out on offense. That means we'll get to see this Walker Valley defense trot onto the field.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and do our Honda Cleveland starting lineups. Honda Cleveland, located right here in Cleveland, right off South Lee Highway. The Walker Valley offense at quarterback, number 4, Dosen Stum. At running back, number 1, Spencer McCooch. At Y-back, number 10, Tate Roundtree. The receivers, number 8, Hudson McCooch. Number 6, Roman Yulo. And number 16, Luke Hayden. At tight end, number 32, Reese Davis. On the offensive line, number 65, Lane Kelly. Number 58, Caden Lassen. Number 73, Bryson Farley. Number 75, Jeremiah Townsend. And number 67, Caleb Kelly. With that, we're going to kick it over to Jacob for the Mustang defense.
On the defensive line, you have number 5, Troy Descavich. On number 66, Lane Ferris. Number 60, Dylan Sharp. And number 49, Jack Shantz. At linebacker, you have number 13, Mason Alexander. Number 23, Braylon Beard. Number 27, Tyler Goldman. At DB, number 3, Michael Wood. Number 21, Jerry Pugh. Number 2, Aiden Burns. And number 9, Malachi Nunez.
So with that, we're going to kick it back to the station for our 30-second kickoff spot.
All right, Brooke, so tell me, why did you choose Auto Square? We were just blown away by the customer service. What my husband especially really loved about it is that we did not feel pressured in any way. We kind of fell in love with the car and the people. The person that went over the car with us with all of the features was super patient, very detailed. I will definitely be back to Chattanooga Auto Square. No question about that. Chattanooga Auto Square. Luxury lives here.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob, here with my buddy Andy. And, Coach, it is football time here at Bradley High School.
That's right. The clock is set with 12 minutes on it. The video board says let go. We're ready to go as the Mustang kickoff unit standing at the 40 to our right, getting ready to kick off from right to left here. From our vantage point in the visiting press box. Once again, Mustangs in their white helmets with the white WV on the side, white jerseys, navy pants. Bradley supporting their gold for going gold for pediatric cancer awareness, their gold jerseys, black pants, white helmets.
Yep, and so Walker Valley is kicking off. Coach, one thing I want to say before we get started, I think this is a very important kickoff. We've struggled with special teams, and you don't want to allow them to get good field position as we start.
So that does it for our Cleveland Ford Friday Night Football pregame show. And once again, Jacob and I are here in the Bradley Medical Center broadcast booth. It's kickoff time at Bear Stadium.
And the kick is up. And it's a line drive. It's going to go over the head, but he ends up bobbling it at the 5, picked up at the 10. He slips, and great start. Oh, there's a late flag in on the play. I don't know that I love that one, Coach.
Yeah, that's coming from the head official there in the white cap who was right behind the return man. And I'm curious if they're going to say that the Mustang tackler came in late, potentially on that. Let's see what this call is.
It looked from my vantage point that he slipped. And the Walker Valley defender just downed him. So I'm not. Oh, face mask. Okay, well you can't really hide that.
That makes it a little bit easier to understand that one for sure. So the Bradley Bears go from starting at about their own 12, 13 yard line to now they move it up and they're actually going to spot it just shy of the 20 at the 19 yard line.
So
Brady Lewis
is going to start the game. That is going to be the tight end.
Yeah, the tight end at quarterback.
Ball snap. It's going to be handed off up the middle. Gets a few yards on the play. Not much cooking. Looks like maybe about 3 or 4.
Yeah, honestly, looks like a little bit more than I thought initially. You're right on with that 3 yard. Got a little bit of a push there at the end as that pile fell forward. Once again, that penalty sponsored by L&B Appliance.
So it looks like it's
going to be 2nd down and 7. Ball on Bradley's 22-yard line.
They're sending off Lewis for knee pads, it looks like.
So not how you want to start at quarterback if you're Coach Damon Floyd.
So they're going to go an empty back set here. Is that 19?
Yes,
Coach?
that is.
We'll try to get a number for you a name for you.
That's Tucker Cook, the younger brother of previous starting quarterback Tyler Cook, only a freshman, and there is going to be, I believe, a delay of game. Another flag sponsored by L&B Appliance. So we've seen 2 already, and there's 11:22 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and, where he's backed up to, he's got the Walker Valley band in his ear. There was a miscommunication about the knee pads on there. So not a great start because that's going to make it 2nd and 12. Cook stays in at quarterback. They're going to go empty set, trips to the away, 2 receivers to the home. Cook, shotgun, low snap, but gets it out quickly, and he is met by number 3, Michael Wood.
Michael Wood, phenomenal coverage, gave just enough cushion there. They threw the ball on a quick stop route over on the far sideline, the home sideline, and as soon as that ball was caught, Michael Wood's face mask was in his chest.
So they're going to bring the big tight end, number 88, back in. You said Lewis, Coach?
Yes, number 88, that's Brady Lewis.
So they're going to go empty set again, 3 to the away, 2 to the home. Lewis and the empty backfield. It's going to be 3rd and what looks to be 13. 10:38 on the clock. Your score 0-0. Ball snap. Lewis is going to keep off tackle, and he's got little room to run. He's going to get up to the 20. So about the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th down in a punting situation for the Bears.
So this is what you can expect to see from the Bradley offense as we get ready for this Cleveland Utilities power punt. With 10-19 and counting to go, 4th and 9. Bradley, they tried to get the short outside passing game going. Not a lot there. Again, the defensive backs for the Mustangs are going to take advantage of that, not being able to throw the ball downfield the entire night.
So Lewis gets the kickoff, and it takes a very favorable Bradley roll. It bounced at the 45 and is going to roll all the way inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line where the Mustangs will start for the first time on offense.
Very solid punt from Bradley there as Coach Akins and this offensive unit gets ready to take the field right at their own 28-yard line, once again working from right to left here on the visiting side. Jacob and I here in the press box up above the concession stand with 9:53 to go in the first quarter. And one thing that I was encouraged about right there, those offensive linemen right there were just fist bumping and nudging each other like it's time to go to work. That fires me up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they watched some tape last week and probably worked on some things this week. And I think they're ready to kind of come out here and show what they got.
And Bradley, I believe, knows straight up what Walker Valley plans to do because right now, as we're seeing a player exit the game, our center, Bryson Farley, for a knee pad issue, and he's got big knee braces on, so that's a problem because those pants are going to slide up on those knee braces. Talking about a young man who's had a couple ACL surgeries, that's unfortunate, as we've talked about it all year. But back to my point, the amount of guys Bradley has in the box, safeties creeping up. Again, Walker Valley in this kind of load-looking set with Dostin at quarterback. Bradley knows Walker Valley's trying to run the football.
Yeah, Coach, I'll be honest, though. I would not doubt a play-action
Go ahead
pass.
and say it. Go ahead and say it.
Try to creep one by him here early, but I honestly think that Coach Floyd is looking for that as well. So we'll see. We'll see. It looks like they're going to go to a stack set over on the away side, single receiver to the home. Dosen, snap, high snap. He's going to get the ball off, and he's handed off to McCooch. McCooch has a little room to run off the edge. It looks like he's going to gain of about 2. Farley will come back in under center.
Yeah, good carry there from number 1, Spencer McCooch, who has kind of emerged as the primary running back, along with him, Javin Hall, Malachi Martin, some other guys that have gotten some touches, but you can expect all 3 of those guys to get some work in tonight.
Yeah, Coach Aiken's taking his time here, allowing the defense. I know they're only out there for a minute, but the more rested they can be, the better. So they're going to take his time. Hopefully a methodical drive here. Twins to the away. They're going to bring a man in motion. He's going to be right about the hashes. Another man in motion. Ball snap. It's going to be a quick pass out to the man in motion. He's to the 30. That's McCooch. Tackled around the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 8, Hudson McCooch, who came in motion and ran out of the backfield, caught the ball in the flat here on the visiting sideline, and as Jacob said, picked up a few there. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs as Hudson McCooch runs off the field, looks to be having a cramp.
So, Stum in the backfield looks to be 3rd and 5. Like you said, Coach, twin set to the away. Stum, hard count, no biters. Looks over to his head coach.
8:19 and counting here in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game.
Ball snap. Stum hands off tackle, makes the first guy miss, and he falls forward.
Phenomenal.
And it looks like they're going to give him enough for the Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix first down. So great run there by McCooch.
Yeah, what an excellent run by Spencer McCooch. He saw the guys breaking away from the block, the defenders for Bradley breaking away from their blocks, and he stuck his foot to the ground, found a seam, and lunged forward. Extra effort there to get that first down. Once again, sponsored by Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix. 7:52 to go here in the first. 1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 39-yard line.
7:45 left on the clock. Walker taking their time. Play clock already down to 10.
Yeah, they took quite a bit of time getting that play in. They're going to have to work quick.
3, 2, 1. Ball snapped and out. Stum drops back, looks. It ends up stepping up in the pocket, but is taken down by the Bradley defense.
Yeah, good pressure there from the linebackers of Bradley. They kind of knew that from the look that Walker Valley went with that they were looking past there, and a good call by the defense of Bradley to kind of send some guys off the edge there. 7:05 to go in the first quarter, still no score. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 13 as Dosen Stum at quarterback tries to get things figured out for this Mustang offense.
Yeah, I like the matchup that they have out there on Roman Yulo. Look to get him the ball soon. There is going to be a flag at the snap. It looks like to be a false start by the Mustangs. So the Mustangs not going the way they want to go here. They're going backwards the past 2 plays.
Yeah, not what you want on a 2nd down and long. Wojtek Center for Orthopedic Care, no matter if it's a work injury, sports injury, or just an accident at home, Wojtek Center has you covered. Visit them at Wojtek.com.
Dale's Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, just call Dale's. Just call Dales.com.
So 2nd down and 18 now after that L&B appliance penalty.
Ball snap, play action, Stum looks, attempted screen, batted down at the line.
Nearly intercepted.
Nearly.
There was, again, when you set up those screen plays, you allow the pressure to come to the quarterback, and ideally, Dosen Stum wants to kind of drift outside as he's throwing that football, but he had 3 guys right in his face, and as he released the ball, All 6 of those hands were up in the air, and it was nearly intercepted. So, luckily, incomplete pass. That's going to be 3rd down and 18 with 6:35 to go here in the first quarter. No score.
So Stum in the shotgun, twins to the home, single receiver to the away. The single receiver is Ulo. He's got 2 men over top of him. They go hard count, no biter. 6 seconds left on the play clock, though. We're going to have to move here. Ball is snapped. They get it off just in time. Another screen. He gets it completed. He's to the 30, makes the first guy miss. He's to the 40, and he gets nearly enough. And, Coach, I think you flirt with it with this offensive line that you got.
The way that we have been able to run the football this year, it looks like Coach Atkins is sending in the load package. I love this call. It's going to be a 4th down, and they have 3 on the scoreboard, but it's more like 2, maybe even 1.5.
So 4th down, big play right here for the Mustangs, taking a gamble early on their own side of the field.
With Bradley's offense looking the way they do, I say you absolutely take this gamble and trust your defense if it doesn't work out.
I agree with you. So hard count, no biters. Ulo is the man taking the snap.
8 seconds on the play clock, 5:44 on the game clock.
Ball snap, Ulo, they're going to call a penalty here. I don't know who they're going to call it on. If the play stands, they have enough for the first down.
That flag came out of the offensive backfield, usually not a good sign.
Illegal motion.
So that will, in fact, bring on the punt team. And listen, I love the aggression. I love saying, hey, let's run our line at you and try to run behind them. Unfortunately, that L&B appliance penalty for the illegal motion is going to negate that first down. And now it is going to be 4th and 7 as the Mustangs line up to punt. And back deep for Bradley, I believe that is Stovall.
I believe you're correct, Coach.
No, that's actually Landon Scott.
Landon Scott.
Number 8, Landon Scott, the senior running back and linebacker.
Kick is up. It's a wobbly one. It's going to bounce, but take a good Walker Valley roll all the way down to the 23-yard line. So bounced around the 40. It took a good roll.
So we were both right originally. That was Tyrese Stovall, number 6. His jersey was rolled up in the front.
Yeah, those sixes and 8s are hard to see all the way from up here in the booth, especially with my old eyes.
Yeah, so 5:16 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Bradley taking over at their own 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah, this game's going to come down to a couple possessions because both teams have an identity of wanting to run the football, especially with the lack of quarterback play that Bradley currently has.
Yes.
And the clock's just going to keep on rolling.
And we anticipated this in rainy weather, but staying true to it in clear, comfortable weather as well.
So Lewis snaps. He's going to hand off. He's going to keep it off his tackle. He's going to get about 4 or 5 yards. Good gain on the play there for the big tight end who is has some quarterback duties tonight.
Yeah, very solid gain. And, again, you talk about his size. He's listed on Bradley's roster at 6'2", 225, so a thick, solid kid who transferred here over the summer. And this is a guy who now went from being a weapon at tight end to now being the main signal caller for this offense.
Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. About a gain of 2 on the play. Just about every Walker Valley Mustang hat is around the football, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
So actually, that's going to be 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Yeah, they're delayed on those chains there, but 3rd down and 3. Bradley with the ball at their own 29-yard line, with 4:23 to go here in the first quarter. Again, still no score.
So Lewis in the shotgun. Snaps, drops back, looking to pass. He throws, incomplete, in and out of the hands of the wide receiver, number 2.
Listen, that was honestly an impressive throw from your tight end playing quarterback. Hit the receiver in the chest. That's one of those plays that Coach Floyd's going to say, you've got to catch that football.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting it to have that much zip on it. It kind of came in there quicker than what I think he was ready for, and it bounced off his chest, and now that it looks like Mr. Lewis is do it all because he's back here as their punter as well.
Yeah, so once again, another Cleveland Utilities power punt.
4:11 here on the clock. The Bradley punt is up. It's a high one. This is going to bounce.
Got to get away from it.
Around the 40.
There we go.
Roll down past the 35. With that turf, it's going to skip a little bit. It's going to roll to the 30-yard line. So what looked to be like a high riser ended up being a good punt there by the Bradley Bears.
Absolutely. Michael Wood was back there. You could tell he was itching. Him and Spencer McCooch both looking to get a good catch to be able to return a returnable punt. But, again, a very high punt, as you said.
Yeah, Walker Valley on that first, 3 plays looked like they had something brewing. Here it looks like they just kind of calmed down. This is an emotional game. It's a game that means a lot to the kids. Now that the nerves have settled, let's get a drive going here.
Yeah, so it looks like we do. Farley got the knee. He's pulling them down to make sure they're covered up. He's got those big knee braces on. It's hard to keep your pants pulled over those, first of all. But we know TSSAA has been very strict about those knee pad violations.
This is an interesting set. Looks like we have Roman Yulo in at quarterback. He's going to keep it on the quarterback keeper, and he's got some room to run.
Nearly
he's going
broke
to get
away.
A first down on the play.
So he went right behind Farley there at center and got the Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down on that quarterback carry from wide receiver Roman Yulo.
Yeah.
So seeing some quarterbacks that are out of position tonight.
They're giving us a run for our money here, Coach.
Chick-fil-A located on Keith Street. Paul Huff, download the Chick-fil-A app today. So 3:36 and counting to go here in the first quarter. Fresh set of downs for the Mustangs.
Stum in the shotgun, twins to the home, single to the away. They're going to bring Tate Roundtree in motion. Ball snapped. Stum scrolls out, looking, pumps, throws, and it's going to be caught. What looks to be like a short gain on the play.
It's going to be about 3 yards potentially, depending on where they mark this. So Dosen had some pressure on him as he was rolling out there to the far side of the field. I believe that was McCooch who made the catch. Actually, it was. You're correct. That was number 10, Tate Roundtree, on the reception. So 3:18 to go in this first quarter. It's going to be second down. So
looks like they called it incomplete.
Yeah, they ended up calling it incomplete because they've now moved it back to the original line of scrimmage. Coach Akins was kind of saying, why'd you do that? Crown, your Jeep Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee, located off I-75 at exit 20.
Stum in the shotgun. Looks like it's going to be a delayed handoff to Hall. Makes the first couple guys miss. Good gain on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
You want to talk about a change of pace? Javin Hall, he turns his shoulders north and runs hard. And a little bit of a surprise to this Bradley defense is Javin with a big gain there. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
So 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs. Clock ticking down, 21 seconds. Looks like they're going to go back to this Wildcat setting here with Roman Yulo in at quarterback, Hall to his side, to his right, and
the four-man backfield showing power here, Jacob. I like that.
Yeah, and Coach Floyd smartly takes a timeout because that first one, it was a busted coverage for sure. So with that, we're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be back in 1.
Are you noticing cracks in your foundation walls, moisture in your crawl space, water in your basement, or sunken concrete in your driveways or sidewalk? If so, these are classic signs of foundation and settlement issues. You need a local repair team that can solve the problem with a lasting solution. USS has been repairing homes in Chattanooga and throughout Tennessee for 30 years. For peace of mind, schedule your free estimate today at www.usstn.com/Chattanooga.
White Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families of Walker Valley High School and says, "Go Mustangs!"
Ball is snapped. It's going to be a QB keeper by Yulo, and he's got some room to run. He's going to have enough. It looks like he's going to get a gain of 5 on the play. That'll be a Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix first down.
Yeah, 2:32 to go here in the first quarter, and the Mustangs starting to move the football with that run game. I only foresee that getting better as this game goes on. And Coach Akins now showing the quick offense as he immediately goes back to Roman for the keeper, and Roman's going to get nearly an 8-yard gain there.
Yeah, Bradley doesn't have an answer for this yet. This is the 3rd time they've ran this, and it's been a gain of about 8 just about every time. So Walker Valley doing a good job moving the football, kind of shaking it up. It looks like they are going to bring Stum back out.
Yeah, we also have Javin Hall back in the game as Spencer McCooch checks out. So gotta love this power up front that the Mustang offense is currently working with here. 2nd down and 3 with 1:57 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs now across midfield at Bradley's 41-yard line.
They're going to bring Roundtree in motion. Ball snap. Dosen looking, scrolling out, has a man, throws it, and it's going to be thrown over his head. Incomplete. So they'll bring up 3rd and 3. Let's call it 3rd and 2, Coach.
Yeah, that's a little bit closer to 2 yards there. And Javin Hall in the backfield here. Troy Descavich checking in now along with number 23 of the Mustangs, Braylon Beard. Braylon Beard, once again, the sophomore. So going back to the load set here, I see number 10, Tate Roundtree, Braylon Beard, Troy Descavich, and Roman Ulo going to be playing quarterback here in this set.
Yeah, you're in a 2-down area here, too. You've got 2 downs to get about 2 yards. We'll call it 2.5. So heavy set, Roman Ulo in at quarterback. Ball snapped. He's going to keep it. He's going to bully his way forward down to the 40. He's going to be just short. So looks like they're probably going to be a 4th and 1 here, and I expect Coach to go for it.
Yeah, Coach Aiken showed earlier that he was not afraid to go for it on 4th down on his side of the 50. Now, once again, the ball at Bradley's 40 as the wind is picking up here as we're on top of the visiting press box here at Bear Stadium.
Ball snap, Ulo on 4th down. He will have enough and more. He's going to go all the way down to the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bradley Mustangs, sponsored by Bradley Concrete and Lamb Conrad Mix.
Just so you know, you just said the Bradley Mustangs. It's all good, though.
At the Walker Valley Mustangs and the Bradley Concrete and Lamb Conrad Mix first down.
The Walker Valley Mustangs with that first down there. So, listen, you've got to feel comfortable that you're winning this battle in the trenches that we talked about. But putting together scoring drives is what you're looking to do. As we're under a minute now here in the first quarter. Still no score at Bear Stadium. A hard count from Dosen, no biters.
So Bradley looks like they've walked down their 2 outside linebackers and have a 5-man front look to bring pressure. They're going to put Roundtree over to the left side, twins to the home, ball snapped. Stum looking, throws, and sails it just a little bit. Incomplete, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, clock stopped with that incomplete pass at 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for this Mustang unit just across the Bradley 35 marked at the 34-yard line.
I like the play call there, though, Coach. You know, we got kind of predictable last week in the first half, running on 1st down.
You want to back those DBs up off your receivers a little bit, too.
So, ball, snap, delayed handoff to Hall. He's going to cut it back inside, be tackled at the shoestrings. Looks like he's going to have a gain of about 3, so that'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, where that play was kind of intended to develop never really happened, and he was just trying to get his footing set to make a cut. His footing set to make a cut. Not able to get a big gain there, but that's still going to make it 3rd down and 7 as the clock is now down to 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think you're in 4-down territory again here, especially with the wind the way it's blowing tonight. You're not really going to punt from here, so you've got 2 downs to get 7 yards, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score 0-0, Walker Valley on the drive. We're going to send it back to the station for a 1-minute break. We'll be back in 1.
Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vein offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Visit milliganvein.com or call Dr. Gooden today at 423-961-5682. L&B Appliance is your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, serving this area for over 30 years. They offer sales and service. L&B Appliance, located on Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231. L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your home appliance needs, small enough to appreciate your business.
Selling mattresses the retail way isn't the best way. Most mattresses are made in a large factory and shipped hundreds of miles to a retailer's warehouse, where the retailer then marks them up and up before finally selling and delivering them. At Mermaid Mattress, we are the factory, so we eliminate the extra steps and create a direct line from our factory to you, saving you hundreds of dollars. So experience more than the national chain store can offer and spend your dollars locally. Mermaid Mattress. Better price, better sleep, better life.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football. Supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason here with my good buddy Andy Morris. It is the start of the second quarter. Walker Valley, 3rd and 7. But kind of in that area, Coach, where, you know, if you pick up a few, I think you're going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, listen, right now what we're seeing is a classic ground and pound, just old school, win in the trenches type of football game. It kind of reminds me of watching back in the day like a Nebraska-Missouri football game. But you're starting to see already, as we're just starting this second quarter, the Mustang line, the Mustang rushing attack, where on this Bradley defensive line. And again, 3rd and 7, I agree. Continue to go for it on 4th down until Bradley proves they can do something offensively.
Hard count, snap, thumb, looks, throws, has a man caught inside the 20. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. Touchdown, Roman Yulo.
That's a Wright Brothers Construction touchdown. Number 6, Roman Yulo found the soft spot in the defense. Phenomenal ball from quarterback Dosen Stum in stride. Roman Yulo caught it out in front and just took it straight up the middle of the field for that Wright Brothers Construction touchdown. What a throw from Dosen Stum.
Yeah, and what a play call. We're all sitting up here saying, hey, they've got 2 downs, run it. And that's what Bradley was probably expecting right there. And they came out and said, hey, we're going to get the ball to our playmaker and let him go to work.
And as you're saying that, we're waiting on this extra point here. Again, Mustangs up now 6-0. Snap, hold, kick is up. It looks good from here. It is good. So Mustang 7, Bears 0 with 11:52 to go. That extra point sponsored by Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts. Give them a call at 423-716-3762. But again, I think what we're starting to see here, we're up here with Coach Pope, who's a pass game coordinator, offensive coordinator for this team, along with Coach Akins. And we're starting to see those two get comfortable. They're seeing what Bradley's allowing them to do. Bradley knows they've got to stop the run, so they're loading the box. What you want to do in those situations is exactly what just happened. You've got to find the soft spots in the coverage of the secondary for Bradley.
Yeah, and with Dosen throwing the ball, I think he would almost prefer to throw into the wind because he can kind of slice through that wind. Right there, you saw him throw a laser right to Roman Yulo. When you've got this big gust of wind at your back, it's hard to go up there and throw a floater or throw something that, is supposed to just be guided in there. I think that going this way, kind of towards into the wind, kind of helped us right there because Dosen with the arm strength just bullied it right through the wind, right into the chest of Roman Yulo, and made a great throw.
And listen, this Mustang crowd here that is definitely filled in on this visiting side. When you look to the other side of the field, I would venture to say that the crowd is much larger on this visiting side here at Bears Stadium. They're getting into the game, and you definitely can feel that now. Not only are you winning the battle in the trenches and things are kind of going your way, you're getting the fans, and the entire momentum shifting your way.
So the kickoff goes to the 1. He's going to get all the way up to the 30, but there is a flag on the play. And normally when there's a flag on a kickoff, it's normally on the returning team. So especially when it's that early.
Yeah. So once again, that penalty sponsored by L&B Appliance. L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your appliance needs and small enough to appreciate your business. They're located on Durkee Road and Highway 64. So, in fact, that is a holding call, and that's going to march the Bears backwards.
It's going to be a holding from the spot of the foul, I believe,
Wow.
which is going to be
That's
from
a 20.
the 20, which means they'll be marching back closer to about the 10, I believe. Let's see. And that looks where they're going to start marching it
You're
back.
absolutely right, Jacob. So now Bradley going what would have been starting past their own 30. Now they're back deep in their own territory. Right there, you can see the lines on the field for the soccer goal, the box of the goalie there. That's where the football is, just behind the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and Coach, you kind of have to feel like this is a drive that Bradley needs if they're wanting to sustain, because Walker Valley just took a very long and methodical second drive. Got to give their defense a rest. Ball is snapped, and he is going to be tackled for a major loss. They're going to give him the spot of the
Jack Shantz, got to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
Jack Shantz is fired up, and I am too. Did a good job. The running back for Bradley had nowhere to go. Great penetration by Jack Shantz, and he stayed with him, brought him down. They've got that ball spotted. They're going to say forward progress got him to the 5.
Yeah.
But Jack Shantz was trying to drag his tail into the end zone.
He slung him down at the 1 or 2 yard line. So great defensive stand there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for the Bradley Bears. Backed up. Their heels are on their own end zone line, so no mistakes can happen here at the snap. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a scroll out. He's looking to pass. He throws, and it's incomplete.
Again, not a bad ball from this tight end playing quarterback, and it looks like you don't have that rhythm when you've not been throwing to these guys all summer and all off season like most starting quarterbacks do. That rhythm is off. You could tell the route from the Bradley receiver. That was number 15 there on that route. That's Tay Lindsay. It just wasn't a confident route, knowing that when he turned around, the ball was going to be there.
Yeah, and I don't know if Lewis plays baseball. It looks like he's kind of got a little baseball whip of a throw. Gets his hips turned around. It's something definitely to watch because I wasn't expecting him to be able to deliver the ball like he's been able to. So that's going to bring up, it looks like Bradley's going to be forced to take another timeout. Coach, our timeouts are sponsored by
Milligan Vein. Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better in a day. Visit them online at milliganvein.com. We'll be back here in 1 minute.
The Billy Haney Meat Company has been serving this community for 56 years, locally owned and operated and open to the public. Feel free to call or just walk in to get all of your bulk food needs with no membership required. Keep your chest freezer stocked with frozen and fresh hamburger patties and frozen chicken of all types. The Billy Haney Meat Company literally has it all. Those square pizzas we all loved in school, they have those too. And they keep a large supply of your favorite candy and chips. Call the Billy Haney Meat Company at 336-2468 or visit them at 2154 Old Charleston Road.
Not all composite decking is the same. Enjoy life's beautiful moments on an equally beautiful composite deck. Envision's products feature deep, non-repeating grains and distinct colors throughout each pour, offering a truly unique appearance unlike anything else on the market. Learn more and find inspiration for your project at Cleveland Plywood. Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Welcome back to Sports 99.1. WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football. Spot all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. During the break, Bradley, quarterback keeper off the left side, did a good job, got about 6 yards, but still 4th and 9. So Bradley going to punt from their own end zone.
10:25 to go here in the first half. Mustangs leading 7-0. The punt is up. It's another good punt from Bradley. It's going to be fielded at the 45 of Bradley. Return man, I believe that's number
22.
So number 22 for the Mustangs. Not used to seeing him back there. That is Cason Cunningham. So good for Case to get an opportunity there to return a punt.
Yeah, did a great job. Got the ball inside the 35-yard line. So great starting field position for the Mustangs.
Voitech Center for Orthopedic Care. For all your orthopedic needs, Voitech.com.
Dale's Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, just call Dale's. Just call Dale's.com. So ball is marked at the 32-yard line where Walker Valley will take over. Again, this Bradley defense just got off the field. If I'm the Walker Valley Mustangs, again, I'm taking it to them. I'm pounding it, and making this defense wore out by the time that they have to come back on the field.
No, I'm right there with you, and definitely you can tell, even just coming out on the field right now, there's a couple D linemen for Bradley with their hands on their hips.
I mean, they only got about a 4-play break,
Yep. 10:09 to go here in the first half. Mustangs on the field. Dosen trying to get his line set, trying to work quick here.
They're going to hand it off to McCoochie. He's going to be out to the right side. He's to the 30, down to the 25. Going to be forced out of bounds. But it looks like he's going to have enough for a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down.
And listen, one thing I like about that, he followed his line. He had a path to the sideline, and as he approached Stovall, the corner, he lowered his shoulder and basically ran him over because Stovall was coming up on the sideline trying to make a play, and he was going to let him know he was going to deliver the hit.
Ball snapped, another handoff outside. He's going to be tripped up. So he was marked out of bounds originally on the first one, so that was 2nd and 1, but it looks like this time he's going to have enough for the first down.
So right there with that one, let's see where they mark it. We think we're right, but they're showing.
Yeah, there they go.
There it is. Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down. Mustangs, as they are now inside the Kia Cleveland drive zone.
So
is that when we're inside the 20? I was thinking it was 25.
Hey, we're knocking on the door.
Hey, we like Kia. We'll give you a plug. 9:16 to go till halftime. Mustangs up 7-0.
Ball snap, going to be a handoff to Hall up the middle, got nothing cooking. They're going to give him forward progress right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a good stunt there from the D-line of Bradley. Just nowhere really for Javin to go. For the second time, we've kind of seen that. They know when he's in the game. It's almost like they're kind of predicting how the run game is going to be called with Javin in the backfield.
Absolutely. So Twins to the home side. Hall in the backfield. Stum in the shotgun. Ball snap. It's going to be another handoff off tackle. He's got some room to run. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line, but not before he gets another Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix first down.
Hey, listen, and he took a solid hit at the end of that play, trying to get a number. I believe that was Gorey.
Yeah, he was trying to get to the corner, and Gorey was coming downhill hard and fast there. Did a good job delivering the blow, but not before Javin got enough for a first down.
Yeah, once again, that run game, too much for Bradley here in the first half. Mustangs looking to go up 2 scores. Currently 7-0 Mustangs, 8:28 to go.
We'll bring a man in motion. It's going to be another handoff up the middle. Not much brewing there on the play. It's going to be enough for maybe a gain of 1. Ball's marked at the 10-yard line, so 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and we see Spencer McCooch giving Javin Hall a break as he runs back onto the field. This has honestly been Spencer McCooch's best drive of the game up to this point, with a couple good gains, and it looks like he's thinking about lining up wide, which we've talked about this. Jacob, you kind of called this a minute ago. Hall checking back into the game. Going to be kind of interesting to see how we're using the running backs here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going back to that 3 running back set. They've got Roman in as quarterback, Javin Hall to his right, and Spencer McCooch to his left. So lots of options. You've only seen...
And Tate Roundtree, the Y back right there in front of him.
You've only seen Roman keep it, but there's potential for handoff, and he does keep it. He's going to bounce it up the middle. He's going to get a gain. It looks like they're going to mark him down at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. That's a decent gain there from Roman, but... Where the original line of scrimmage was, the Mustangs still can get a first down at about the 1-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 7 currently. If you don't score the touchdown, if you get to the 1, you can get the first down.
Yeah, absolutely. So they bring Stum back in, leaving Hall in. Let's see what the play call is. Remember, Walker does still have all 3 timeouts if they would like to take one. 7:02, score 7-0. Walker Valley leads. Stum looking, 7 seconds on the play clock. Ball snap. It's going to be a play action pass. He throws just out of reach for number 10, Tate Roundtree. So that's going to bring up 4th and 7, or 4th and 6.
Yeah, 4th down and 6. The ball is still spotted at the 7-yard line, and it looks like Coach Akins is going to bring on the field goal unit on the kick for the Mustangs. Number 27, that's Tyler Goldman. Number 82, that's Noah Campbell for the Mustangs.
So Campbell looking to kick the field goal. Our field goals are sponsored by Duracell. Duracell Cleveland is now hiring. Benefits start day 1, Duracell.com. So field goal is up. It's a long drive, and it is no good.
So it must have been just outside of that left to upright. So that drive results in no points for the Mustangs. Bears are going to take over. With that, we're going to take a 1-minute break.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
It's going to be a false start to start the play. Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. It's going to be a false start by the Bears, so that's going to back them up. The ball was marked at the 20-yard line, so now it's going to be marked at the 15.
Yeah, so that missed field goal is going to be a break for Bradley after the Mustangs drove inside the 10-yard line there and came away with no points. So 6 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs up 7-0, and it's going to be 1st and 15 for Bradley.
Ball snaps. Going to be a handoff off the right side. Gain of about 4 on the play. They're going to mark him at the 19-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, if you're defensive coordinator, Coach Kerry Henderson for the Mustangs, this is a big drive here. You got to stop these guys because you've got to come away with some points on your next offensive possession, if you don't get a turnover and get those points. Because missing that field goal, that's something that those will come back to haunt you. So got to have a big stop here from this defense, 2nd down and 11.
Ball snapped is going to be a handoff up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 8 on the play. Coach, I know they're primarily run, but you just have to think that they may be trying to lull them to sleep a little bit and try to pop something over top.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Floyd just say, hey, let's give it a shot and see what happens.
Dale's Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, just call Dale's. Just call Dales.com.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Bears. They've got the ball on their own 23. 5:45 to go here in the second quarter.
Looking to throw, turns his shoulders, makes the throw, but it's going to be short. So that's going to bring up 4th and 7 for the Bradley Bears.
And that's one of those things that's just a young man who is not an experienced quarterback, kind of stared down his target. The DBs were trying to bait him to make the throw. Ultimately, he did the best he could, just kind of throwing that one away, somewhat near the receiver. But with that, we've got the 2 return men back. Spencer McCutcheon, number 1 for the Mustangs. Also, number 22, who had a great return a minute ago, Kason Cunningham, the sophomore running back.
It's going to be taken by McCutcheon. He is tackled on the play right about where he caught the ball. So the ball is going to be marked at the 42-yard line where the Mustangs will take over with 5:31 left in the second quarter. They lead 7-0.
Yeah, good tackle there by Javon DeGrassi, the freshman of the Bears, So, as you said, Jacob, this Mustangs offense, I believe this is our 6th possession.
Like as a whole?
Yes.
This is our 3rd. So, yeah, we've had the ball.
Okay, gotcha.
This is our 3rd time having the football.
Man, I'm off. 5:31 to go till halftime. 1st and 10 Mustangs. That's what happens when I try to multitask.
This may be our 4th. I think this is our 4th. We've scored on 1.
Makes me not feel as bad.
Yeah. Regardless, Stum in the shotgun. Ball snapped, handed off, has some room to run, runs back into the middle of the Bears defense after a gain of about 4 on the play.
Chick-fil-A, located on Keith Street, Paul Huff Parkway. Download the Chick-fil-A app today.
Crown, your Jeep and Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee, I-75 at exit 20. So, 5:08, Walker Valley leads 7-0. They will get the ball back at the half. Ball snapped. Hall had some room to run. He's to the 50. He's to the 45, to the 40, down all the way down to the 35-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix first down.
And listen, that's what happens when Javin Hall gets the ball in his hands. We haven't seen that big gain yet until that tonight. He's capable of doing that just about every time he touches the football.
Yeah, you've got to think that this Bradley defense it's going to be tired before it's all said and done. Walker Valley has definitely controlled the ball most of the night. 4:35. Walker leads 7-0. Dosen Stum in the shotgun. Ball snap, looking to throw, has a man open. Caught. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. Touchdown, Roman Yulo.
Listen, Roman just ran by the Bradley secondary. Roman Yulo has single-handedly taken this game over along with quarterback Dosen Stum. Unbelievable.
So that's his 2nd touchdown of the night. Roman being a big play factor. We're excited that he's kind of having his coming out party because last week he was fouled a lot, wasn't able to get the ball into his hands because they wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, Cleveland wanted to take him out of the game, and they did that, be it with penalties or whatever they could do. Extra point is up, and it is good. So the score, Mustangs 14, Bears 0. And to your point, not only is Roman getting it done as a receiver, he's playing quarterback in this load package and is racking up the rushing yards as well. So excited. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back here.
Check out the great deals this September at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland during their You Pick event. New Kick Central or Versa. 0 down and just $295 per month, plus discounts of up to $4,200 on Frontiers and Rogues, and up to $6,000 off remaining 2024 Titans. Want to trade in your old car? Mountain View Nissan offers up to $5,000 over book value for your trade. Shop in person on Exit 20 off of I-75 and online at cleveland-nissan.com. Payments are per month for 84 months. Does not include tax, tag, title, or dealer doc fee of $699. Must finance through the dealer, subject to credit approval and pick from new dealer stock. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by our good friends at Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined by my good friend, Coach Andy Morris. Walker Valley leads 14-0 with 4:20 left here in the first half.
Man, I tell you what, Roman Yulo just about had me throwing out a Ric Flair woo there a second ago because, man, he ran past that secondary of Bradley, kind of high-stepped into the end zone there. Is again, not showboating, but trying to get the would-be tackler off of his heels. And he, in fact, did that. The kickoff for the Mustangs is up. A good kick all the way down to about the 6-yard line.
He takes it. He's to the 10. He's going to get outside. There's going to be
Another
a
holding
flag
call
on the play. This is going to be marched back. This one a little bit even deeper, though, Coach, because this flag came in at around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, starting to see a little emotion here from these young men, too. Bradley is getting frustrated. The Mustangs are getting fired up. So even after that penalty, the tackle there kind of saw some jawing and some pushing and shoving going on there. But with 4:11 to go, that penalty sponsored by L&B Appliance is, in fact, a holding penalty once again against the Bears, so that's going to back them up. And these, as you said, Jacob, are spot of the foul penalty, so that took place at the 15, and there go the referees marching backwards. The Bears once again going to be inside their own 10-yard line. As a matter of fact, they're spotting it at about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they marked it at the foul at the 16, so they're going to mark it at the 6. The 6, man. Rough field position so far for Bradley. It kind of feels like how we started off last week against Cleveland, really never being able to start out in plus territory. And this Walker Valley defense has just done a good job of holding them at bay.
Yeah, right here, Coach Floyd knows he's asking a lot of his tight end to be a quarterback and throw downfield here, looking for a 3-and-out here if you're the Mustangs.
It's going to be a QB keeper, and he's got nowhere to go.
Loss. He's going to get tackled at about the – I'm going to say forward progress. It does look like they're going to have him at the 4, but there is also another penalty up in the far corner there by our corner, Jacob. So another L&B Appliance penalty. This may be holding possibly where it is.
Yeah, with the loss on the play, I don't know that Coach Akins is going to accept the penalty because it's going to be half the distance to the goal anyways. And it looks like they lost about 2, so –
Oh, so that's actually a face mask call, unique call there against the Mustangs. Did not see that. So that could have been one of those face masks that happened away from the ball.
It did. It definitely looked like it was kind of a trying to get off of a block.
Little hand fighting, pulling down action there.
So that gives Bradley a little room to breathe. They're now marked at the 22-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, right now this Bradley offense fighting for their life.
They're going to bounce the ball outside. He's got some room to run. He's going to get a good gain, probably the best gain of the night, a gain of 9 for the Bradley Bears.
So 3:50 to go until halftime. Mustangs leading this one by 2 scores, 14-0. It's going to be 2nd down and 1 for Bradley from their own 31-yard line, working from right to left, where we are here in the visiting press box.
So Lewis takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff. They're going to try to bounce this out wide, and they're going to have enough for a Bradley Concrete Lamb Connery mix 1st down. Ball's going to be marked at the 34-yard line.
So that's actually Brashawn Beard, number 23 on the carry for the Bears, and he's kind of been a breath of fresh air for Coach Floyd's offense with back-to-back carries now, going for positive yardage and a 1st down.
Yeah, they've kind of kept everything inside the tackle box tonight, and the past 2 runs, they've bounced it outside a little bit and had a little bit of life. So
making those adjustments.
Yeah, look for Walker Valley to make an adjustment as well. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a handoff, again, off tackle. Not as much room to run this time. Maybe a gain of 4 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like here late in the second quarter, Brashawn Beard is kind of turning into the workhorse. So that's going to be
actually a gain of 3, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
3 minutes on the clock until halftime.
Bradley trying to chew up as much clock. Ball snapped. He stumbles at the line, gets his feet back, makes it for a couple guys miss, and it's going to get a gain of about 3 on the play. So that's going to bring up what looks to be 3rd and maybe 4 on the play.
Yeah, and Brashawn Beard, again, only a junior for this Bear team. So you're looking down the road as a Bradley fan or even as a opponent of Bradley. That's a guy who's kind of been a spark for him up here this drive. And we'll see him back on the field next year. Not a lot of seniors on this Bradley team.
No, I think they said they have 6 or 7. So ball is snapped. It's going to be a QB keeper off tackle. He's going to be close, but not to the line to gain. We'll be interested to see what Coach Floyd does here. He has 1 timeout remaining, but he's going to try to get as much time off this clock as possible.
Yeah, so he's going to trot Beard back onto the field, gave him a break on that last play, and it does look like if Coach Floyd isn't just going hard count here, they're going to go for it on 4th and 1.
This is kind of and here comes the punt unit.
So changed his mind again. So, and I don't blame him for punting here. I mean, if you get it, great, but you've got 1:49 on the clock till halftime. But if you don't get it, you're putting the Mustangs in great real estate to go score again.
Yeah, absolutely. I would not be shocked. Now that's going to be a no-go. Yeah, I knew it. I was about to say I would not be shocked if they go for it right here, and they were intending to, but a flag
delay game.
Delay of game. So I was trying to get it out of my mouth.
And I wouldn't shut up, right? Hey, listen, so that penalty sponsored by L&B Appliance. But no, Jacob's exactly right. He was ready to tuck and run right behind that special teams line there. But instead, the Bears are going to be backed up. So the punter, Lewis, is going to be punting from about his own, let's call it 24-yard line, 23-yard line. With 1:40 to go till halftime.
Yeah, so, just when you feel like you might be able to get something across on the Mustangs, another mistake by the Bears and ends up costing you 5 yards. So now it's 4th and 6.
Yeah, from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6. I would anticipate a punt here. Again, Bradley's just kind of had their backs against the wall. Snap. Another solid punt from Lewis. It's going to hit and roll. Mustangs are going to let it roll, and a great bounce all the way inside the Walker Valley 20-yard line down to about the 18.
Yeah, so 1:29 left here on the clock. Coach Akins with all 3 timeouts. I would not be surprised if he tries to score right here. You do get the ball back at halftime, so you're not going to put your quarterback in a situation to make a massive mistake. But the way that your defense has been able to kind of hold them at bay, I would not be surprised at all if you see some shots taken.
And I want to completely agree with you because going off of past experience in this game, Coach Akins has even talked about you want to continue to step on the gas. You cannot be comfortable against a Damon Floyd coach team.
Yeah.
These guys are resilient. They're tough. They're going to come up. They're going to hit you. In turn, that can result in turnovers. Right here, you want to keep going after them.
We've got a good matchup here with Roman Yulo in man-to-man coverage. So ball is snapped. That's where he's going to look.
Yeah, Mason Gorey
it's
on
going to be a screen caught by Hall. He's blown up at the line of scrimmage, though. That's going to be a short gain on the play. Coach Akins is trying to defend his player there. It kind of looked like a high hit towards the head.
And listen, I want to say this. As good as Javin Hall is in so many areas, he's got to learn to kind of protect himself a little bit there. He stays upright, and he's getting upended at times when he's getting hit. His feet went over his head.
Yeah, got to get a little lower sense of gravity. So 2nd and 10, clock is rolling inside a minute. Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Hall kind of letting his blocks develop a little bit, gets a gain of about 5. Let's see what Coach Akins decides to do here. I think Coach Akins is okay with the 14-point lead, it seems, and is going to get the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, the clock continues to roll. Actually, I believe there's going to be a timeout by Bradley here as they're playing the field position battle. Once again, that timeout is sponsored by Milligan Vein. Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better in a day. Visit them online at milliganvein.com. So, again, Coach Floyd calling that timeout with 38 seconds to go to try to force that field position battle and maybe gain an extra possession as well.
What I'm thinking here is you have to force Walker Valley to punt, and anything can happen on special teams. You're in that area, ball's at the 21-yard line, ball gets snapped over your head, you can steal some points there, you can block a kick, points get stolen there, or you can have a kick returned to the house. So, in where they haven't been able to have much offensive success,
you're looking for something.
You're trying to force the hand of Walker Valley with 38 seconds, but again, I don't know how many opportunities they're going to have to stop the clock.
Yeah, so that's going to be 3rd down and 7 now for the Mustangs on their own 21-yard line, trying to get to that first down marker.
So twins to both sides. They're going to bring Tate Roundtree in motion. Ball is snapped. It is going to be a handoff. Ball is on the ground. And it looks like it is recovered. Is it recovered by Bradley?
It is. That is the last thing that you can have happen in that situation. So did not see the exchange there. I imagine that is where the fumble took place, the quarterback to running back exchange. But now that ball recovered by Bradley, and they're going to start this drive with an extremely short field inside of the Mustang 20-yard line, ball marked at the 18-yard line with 31 seconds to go.
Yeah, if you have any trick plays that you worked on this week, right now is probably the time that you try to run one because you don't have any timeouts. The only way that you can stop the clock is by getting out of bounds. So either you expect some out wide runs or something. I'm not sure. And it looks like they are kind of coming up in a different packet, the 2 tight end set. It is going to be a throw. It's going to be up, and it is caught. Touchdown Bears. So again, a fake run there on the play, kind of a Tebow little dumper floater into the back of the end zone, and Bradley is going to score and make that 14-6.
And that's where we talk about continuing to step on the gas. We kind of got relaxed trying to run the clock out when Bradley has a pocket full of timeouts. And that's kind of what happened there. Again, Michael Wood was in coverage on that play, and Michael Wood kind of relaxed a little bit, thinking the ball was going to be underthrown because the tight end who's playing quarterback, Lewis, has underthrown several passes tonight. Michael's thinking he's going to make a play on the football and get an interception. Instead, it's floated over his head. Can't get to it. Can't get back in position in time. So very unfortunate into that drive with 25 seconds to go. Mustangs now letting the Bears back into this game. The score 14-7.
Yeah, you feel like Walker Valley has controlled that whole first half, and then a mistake with 30 seconds left in the ball game ends up costing you 7.
Yeah, and listen, we've seen this. We've talked about this. Coach Akins is aware of those situations, and that's, again, good coaching by Damon Floyd. Coach Akins was trying to get first downs. He wasn't kneeling the ball. He wasn't trying to, run the clock with knowing that Bradley had those timeouts. He wasn't just running the ball behind the line to not be productive. They were moving the football in that drive. But, again, you've got to make sure everything's completely different if you don't have that fumble. If that exchange is clean, we're in halftime right now with a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and he's kind of coaching up Javin Hall right now, just kind of letting him know, like, that can't happen right there, man. That cannot happen. So 25 seconds left here in the half. Your score, Walker Valley 14.
Onside kick attempt.
Bradley now coach.
Listen, I like the call by Coach Floyd, but to your point, what you were about to say, now the Mustangs are taking over with 24 seconds to go, and they're basically at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and we have all 3 timeouts.
Give Roman a couple shots downfield here.
You have time. You basically have time to run 3 10-yard stick routes, depending on what kind of pressure they come. We broke down that one where he has the 3 option routes, the 10-yard stop, the post, or the go. I don't know that I don't run that 3 times right here and see what we can get out of it.
No, you're absolutely right. And here we've got that matchup once again with Roman Yulo on Marcus Gorey, the corner of Bradley.
Ball snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And he's going to get to about the 50-yard line. Let's see if Coach is good with sending it to half, and it looks like he is.
Yeah, so 12 seconds to go. Clock continuing to run, and the Mustangs are making their way off the field. So that is going to be our score at halftime. Mustangs 14, Bears 7. And I'll tell you what, the halftime message you've got to imagine from Coach Floyd is look at that scoreboard. You're in this game. Unfortunately, Walker Valley allowing that to happen. Coach Akins is going to have a message for his team as well coming out of the second half saying, you better, get your heads back in this game. We got to take back over.
Yeah, definitely going to be a tale of 2 different talks down in the with the coaches and their team. So with that being said, we are going to get to our halftime show. What do you say, a 4-minute break here, Coach?
Yeah, let's do it as we regroup and get our stats rolling in here. We'll take a 4-minute break, and we'll be back here for the Southland Finance halftime show on WCLE Sports 99.1.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Toyota of Cleveland has you covered with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in the beautiful city of Cleveland, Tennessee. With an expert sales team, Toyota of Cleveland would love to put you in the vehicle of your dreams. Top-notch service team, expert sales team, and the largest pre-owned selection. Why look anywhere else but Toyota of Cleveland? Exit 20 and online at toyotaofcleveland.com. Toyota of Cleveland cares.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the free eScore home evaluation program offered by Cleveland Utilities. This program offers invaluable advice from experts trained and approved by TVA. A network of contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Sign up online at www.2escore.com or call Cleveland Utilities at 472-4521 to learn more. Always looking for ways to help our community. We are Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance. Paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix is a family-owned business and has been serving Cleveland for 40 years. They work with customers large and small. Call Bradley Concrete at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Food. It's our thing. But how you shop for it, that's all you. Order online.
Bread, milk, and fresh baked cookies.
And pick it up curbside.
Thank you.
Or have it delivered straight to your door.
Here's your food delivery. Oh, thanks.
With Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Did you know that Honda Accord is America's best-selling car for the past 50 years? Serious. Folks love their Accords, and you will too at Honda Cleveland, because you can get 1.9% financing on all 24 Accords, all trim levels included. 1.9% financing on Accord. Or if a pre-owned Honda fits your budget better, check out Honda Cleveland's true certified pre-owned Hondas with an awesome warranty. 3-day exchange policy, 24/7 roadside assistance, and more.
We've had a long-standing relationship with the folks up at Honda of Cleveland, and it sounds cliche, but they've always treated us like family, and we always go back to Honda of Cleveland.
Now you can get service, parts, and tires and pay for it over time with up to 3 months interest-free, no hard credit check, and a 90% approval rate, only at Honda Cleveland. Proud to be local family-owned and the Chattanooga region's only Honda President's Award winner, 3 years in a row. Honda Cleveland. Your car, your way, every day. I-75 exit 20, 1 mile east. Hope to see you soon.
It's time to come home to Jenkins Deli, Cleveland and Bradley County's heritage restaurant for over 40 years. The owners of Jenkins have raised the bar in food quality, expanded the bar menu with new seating, new televisions. And now Jenkins has a Sunday brunch. You have to try Jenkins' new barbecue, including smoked pork and brisket. Live music on the Jenkins patio every Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Dinner specials. It's time to come home to Jenkins. Follow Jenkins Deli on Facebook.
Turn your world yellow with Mayfield Dairy this fall. Whether you're wrapping up a workout or craving a tasty afternoon treat, our rich chocolate milk replenishes nutrients and provides high-quality protein to keep you going. Grab some Mayfield milk today and experience real, southern, sunny goodness in every sip. From our iconic yellow jugs to our delicious chocolate milk, everything tastes better with Mayfield. Turn your world yellow because the best moments are made with Mayfield Dairy.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families of Walker Valley High School and says, "Go Mustangs!"
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service.
We strive to have something for everyone in our inventory. Come find your perfect ride today.
And we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley sports all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined by my good buddy here, Andy Morris, and it is halftime.
And with that, it is the Southland Finance halftime show. Southland Finance, located at Peerless Road and 25th Street, right there in front of Ace Hardware. Visit them online at www.southlandfinance.net. So once again, we want to thank Mr. Rob Varner for doing a phenomenal job with our halftime stats each and every weekend, typically Friday night, but it is Thursday night with this early game this week. The score at halftime, Walker Valley 14, Bradley 7, and these stats are also sponsored by Waste Connections. Visit them online at wasteconnections.com. On the offensive side of the ball for the Mustangs, 21 rushing attempts for 93 yards. Dosen Stum, 5 of 10 passing for 86 yards, and the Mustangs have had 9 first downs. Going over to the run game for the Mustangs, Javin Hall, 9 rushes for 48 yards. Roman Yulo, out of that load package, has 6 rushing attempts for 34 yards. And then Spencer McCooch, 5 rushes for 14 yards. Roman Yulo also has 2 receptions for 66 yards and is accounted for both Mustang touchdowns. So 2 receiving touchdowns for Roman Yulo here in the first half. Hudson McCooch has 1 reception for 4 yards. Haven't seen much of him since he exited the game early. As we hear something, hopefully we can get you updated on that. Spencer McCooch, 1 reception for 16 yards. Going over to the defensive side of the ball for the Mustangs, Tyler Goldman has 5 tackles. Troy Diskevich has 3 tackles on the night. And Bradley's offense, 13 rushing attempts for 43 yards. And they are 2 of 5 passing for 17 yards. Once again, Brady Lewis, the tight end, converted quarterback this week for Bradley, accounting for those passing attempts. And the Bears only have 3 first downs to the Mustangs 9. But again, we go back, Jacob. Once again, this is the Southland Finance halftime show. We talk about you've got about 35 seconds till halftime. Mustangs have the ball inside their own 25-yard line. And I get Bradley's got all 3 timeouts, but you keep the ball on the ground to try to make them use those timeouts to try to pick up the first down on the ground. But deep in your own territory like that, we didn't have a clear view. From my understanding, it was on the exchange from Dosen to the running back, which we believe that was Javin Hall. That's unfortunately, you fumble, you turn the ball over, it results in a score, which puts Bradley back in this game.
Yeah. It definitely was what was a momentum. You know, you feel like you've got all the momentum going into halftime. You've dominated the first half. You've moved the ball down the field. You've kind of beat up on their defense. And then there with 38 seconds left, Coach Floyd takes a timeout. And kind of like we were talking about, man, anything can happen in a football game. And we put the ball on the ground, and Bradley capitalizes there on the throw. They kind of ran like I wouldn't call it, I guess it was a play action. He acted like he was going to follow his blocks and run and then drop back and just kind of threw a floater over to his wide receiver who got his feet back down in the very back of the end zone.
Yeah, so right now the Mustang Band on the field here at Bear Stadium during this Southland Finance halftime show, putting on a phenomenal show as they always do. Mustang Band director Tanner Hunt, along with Isaac Beatty and Joseph Archer, they do a phenomenal job with the Mustang Band. So want to give those guys a shout out because we love our band at Walker Valley High School. One thing, as you're talking specifics, being a part of a team, going into a locker room at halftime under these scenarios, the unfortunate thing for the Mustangs is you go from being up 2 scores going in the halftime to now, listen, Drew Akins was the first one up these stairs onto this practice field because he is not happy, and he shouldn't be. You kind of have put yourself in a tough spot now to where not only is it a one-possession ball game, but when you look in the other locker room, as the Bears made their way up the Bear Walk stairs here into their field house, instead of going down 14-0, not really anything to hang your hat on in the first half and just feeling like you've been completely dominated, now you go in saying, hey, we're a score out of time this game. We're in this thing. We made something big happen, and the energy is completely changed over there. So for me, what you've got to do if you're the Mustangs, and I imagine as we look over behind us here onto the practice field, the conversations that are going on in these position groups, the conversations, the message that Coach Akins is delivering to his players is, you've got to move on. We shouldn't have been in that situation. We put ourselves in that situation, but we've got to come out of halftime. We've got to put points on the board. We've got to score. We've got to continue to step on the gas, and that you cannot relax in this football game.
Yeah, no, the way that I think that conversation's going is they've got to put their foot on their throat and stomp on it, right? You've got to go in there, and whatever they throw at us in this next half, we have to play bully ball and go and handle business. You just have to execute. The biggest thing is execute. A plan. The plan in the first half was obvious. We're going to run the football. We're going to beat them up front, and we're going to drive and have long drives. Well, they did that.
Absolutely.
But they didn't execute when it counted the most.
Got to finish the
job.
Got to
finish the drive.
Yeah,
so out of my mouth.
Coming into this second half, for Walker Valley, as we said, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
You've got to come out, deliver the first punch, and just let the flurry continue. You've honestly, the offensive line of Walker Valley, the running backs of Walker Valley, Roman Yulo in passing, in receiving situations, they've dominated the Bradley defense. They've moved the ball up and down the field. You've got to capitalize off of every drive when you get in the red zone, be it a field goal. You've got to come away with points, because that missed field goal, we've seen it in the past. Unfortunately, our former Mustangs that are listening, you go back to a couple of years ago, you go back to 2020, those one-possession miscues can cost you the game. That has got to be addressed and avoided tonight.
Yeah, it's how bad do you want it? It's how bad do you want to walk out of here with a win? Do you want it bad enough that you go out there and execute, you keep your foot on the gas and go? Or are you going to allow a team that has struggled tonight to stay in there and make this a ball game late into the fourth quarter? And you have the opportunity to come out and lay the first punch and set the tone of the second half.
And credit to Bradley. This is the thing, and this is why I don't buy into negative speak when it comes to Damon Floyd or Bradley football, because regardless of how much talent they lost from last year, regardless of injuries, regardless of what you want to say about their line play, we've talked about it tonight. We've dominated them up front. The one thing they have is that no quit, that resilience. They walk through a sign that says bust face, for God's sake. Like, they're going to come out here and fight you.
Yeah.
You've got to stay in the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there's just a lot of experience over there on the coaching side as well. Coach Floyd, in his 19th year, taking that time out with 38 seconds is huge. He knew anything can happen.
Football.
Anything can happen in this ball game, and it sure did. It happened. We fumbled the ball and give them the opportunity to score. So, with that being said, I liked what you said. You got to turn the page. That half is over.
Yes.
You've got a 7-point lead. It's the way I'm treating it. This is a brand new ball game.
No doubt about it.
They're treating it over there like it's a brand new ball game. You've got to come out and punch them in the mouth early and often.
Yeah, you're looking silver lining. You've got the lead. You have the advantage coming out of halftime, and you know what has worked. You know what hasn't worked, and you're able to make those adjustments. So I promise you, I don't expect to see another Tim Tebow jump pass work again in this game tonight. The Bradley passing game outside of that has been non-existent. So obviously we talked about Michael Wood just got I honestly love Michael Wood, and he's been a solid corner for us. I think he got a little greedy because, again, Lewis has underthrown just about everything tonight. And Michael was thinking he was going to go up and high point a football because he was stride for stride with the receiver. But that receiver continued his route to the back of the end zone as Michael kind of set his feet. And to no fault of his own, he's thinking he's going to make a play on the ball. It was a perfectly placed ball, and Michael was just out of reach for it. So Michael's going to learn from that. And I would fully expect and not be surprised at all to see Michael Wood come away with a takeaway at some point in this game.
Yeah, and that's just a coach-up moment. He's a first-year starter, and he's had those takeaways already like he did last week, and he's thinking to himself, I can go get this football. It just was a little bit inexperienced there, and the route continued to the back of the end zone.
Gotta
like
keep
you
them
said.
underneath.
And in a scenario like that, like is a turnover great? Absolutely. You kill any chance that they have, but really priority number one is that guy cannot catch the football.
Yes.
So you're watching those balls into the hands, and then as soon as that ball comes into the hands, we're swatting, we're doing something, pushing him out of the back of the end zone, whatever it may be, to keep his feet from getting down with the football.
Yeah, so once again, this is the Southland Finance Halftime Show. Jacob and I are getting fired up. Hope you're getting fired up at home listening to us as we're 5 minutes and 50 seconds away from being back for the second half. Now the Bradley band on the field. We're going to take about a 2-minute break. When we come back here, we'll continue to prep for the second half, let you know what's going on, and have some neat talking points. Want to give a shout-out Mr. Chad Denton up here with us tonight, getting to be in the house in the building with us on a Thursday night. He's not going to have to take that trip up to see Cumberland play, and Eli Denton, former Mustang great linebacker, until Saturday, so glad he's with us again. And also down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, Mark Walker, Mustang super fan, always supporting us and messaging us funny stuff to keep us entertained throughout the game. So love you, Mark. Glad to have you listening. Feel free. Holler at me and Jacob, at everybody. We love giving shout-outs, especially during this halftime show. A lot of support for the Mustangs. You can see it in Bear Stadium tonight, as I'd say it's pretty clear that the Mustangs have brought the bigger crowd tonight. And obviously back home, a lot of people watching on Mixed TV and listening to us here on WCLE Sports 99.1. With that, we're going to take a 2-minute break. The score at halftime, Mustangs 14, Bears 7.
At Zaxby's, we don't just make chicken fingers. We make the most premium tenderloin. 12-hour marinated, hand-breaded, fried to golden perfection. Deserves not 1, not 2, not even 3, but your choice of 12 dipping sauces chicken fingers. Chicken fingers that you can dip, dunk, or drizzle in ranch, and Zax sauce, and spicy Zax sauce, and honey mustard, and tongue torch, and barbecue. And I'm out of time. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Caldwell Paving, paving the way in Tennessee since 1958. Caldwell Paving specializes in asphalt paving and seal coating. They serve residential clients, industrial and commercial companies, and subdivision projects. Conveniently located in Charleston, Caldwell Paving serves all of Southeast Tennessee. Caldwell Paving, old surfaces made new. CaldwellPaving.com.
Tennessee Valley Urology is the home of the no-scalpel vasectomy. Find out more at tnvalleyurology.net or call 423-472-3201.
What was it about the good old days that makes us smile? It probably wasn't walking across the yard on a cold day headed for the outhouse, or that nosy neighbor listening to your phone call on the party line. No. What we liked about the good old days was old-fashioned, friendly service from nice people. I'm Dan Cord for Springdale Heating and Air. I'll always send you technicians that are highly skilled and old-fashioned friendly. Good people with good manners, and it doesn't happen by accident. For every person that is invited to join our team, there are 20 or more that aren't. Whether your AC or heat pump needs service, or if it's time to replace it, I hope you'll give us a try.
Springdale Heating and Air. Old-fashioned friendly. And always more than your money's worth. 479-6363.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group. Open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason here with my good buddy Andy Morris. It is halftime. There's 2 minutes, but I expect they will put a few more minutes on the clock as Bradley's band is finishing up and Walker Valley is just now getting down the steps to warm up here for the second half.
Once again, this is the Southland Finance halftime show located off of Peerless Road and 25th Street. Right there in front of Ace Hardware. You can visit them online at www.southlandfinance.net. So over here watching the team at halftime as they're behind us here on the Bradley practice field, saw Hudson McCooch kind of jogging around a little bit, trying to work himself back into this game. He's being tended to by the trainers. Not sure what the prognosis is for Hudson. But obviously he's favoring, I believe it's his right leg. Don't have an official injury update, but I will not be surprised to see him, not see him for the rest of the night.
Yeah, for what it looked like, it was something with the knee. When he tries to make a plant, he favors one of his knees, not really being able to get that left to right type movement. So, again, another Mustang that is battling an injury. I know we've highlighted Bradley's injuries, but we're not healthy right now either. We're dealing with some things that you're missing out with Zeke. You're missing out I haven't seen Mason Alexander.
So that's what I was going to go to at linebacker. Mason Alexander, who's been extremely consistent, a senior linebacker for this Mustang defensive unit, has not played a snap tonight. It was rumored that he was inactive for tonight's game. Have not seen him, so I presume that is the case. Although he was listed as the starter at linebacker, we have not seen him. We've seen Tyler Goldman getting a lot of reps there at linebacker along with Braylon Beard and company. But again, so as we get ready for the second half, Jacob, we're looking at potentially coming out and going back up 2 scores. If you're Coach Akins, what are you saying to your offense?
I'm saying let's put our foot on the gas and let's go, and let's just take the wind out of the sails now. Do not let this be something where we're throwing punches back and forth for 2 more quarters. We need to come out hot, heavy, and just go for it, man. We need to be able to be disciplined, make a drive down the field, make that defense, the Bradley defense, work hard, come out and get a good stop on defense and go put more points on the board. If I'm Coach Akins, I'm saying all gas, no brakes, let's go.
So the clock ticking down. Bradley is taking their sideline as the Mustangs are continuing their warm-up on field. Again, though, the Bradley band did just exit the field. The clock has hit 0, so let's kind of see how the officials handle this. And with that, we're going to take about a 2-minute break. So the clock does say that there's still 2:55 to go until kickoff. So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back here again, the Southland Finance Halftime Show on WCLE Sports 99.1.
Purchase 4 Bridgestone Dueler AT Revo 3 or Dueler AT Ascent tires to be eligible for $100 instant savings. Or purchase 4 Firestone Destination XT, Destination AT, Destination AT2, Destination MT, Destination MT2, Transforce AT or Transforce AT2 tires to be eligible for $100 savings. Limit 2 per household. At Cleveland Tire Center, 4699 North Lee Highway in Cleveland.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just for plumbers or electricians or builders to shop at. Wholesale Supply is proud to be open to the public and proud to serve our communities. By supplying the best quality products for the best prices with the best service guaranteed, Wholesale Supply is your one-stop shop for everything plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. Helping build communities in the Southeast for over 80 years is just what we do. Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day 1. Medical, dental, and vision insurance. Paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Pediatric Dentistry of Chattanooga, the dental office built for fun. From the moment your child walks in the door, they know they are somewhere special. Their awesome staff will make your kids want to visit their office. From the over-the-top safari theme to their state-of-the-art game room, your kids will have a blast at Pediatric Dentistry of Chattanooga. Dr. Esslinger, Dr. Blair, Dr. Newman, and Dr. Wilson are now accepting new patients. Call today at 476-2160, and they will be happy to get your child scheduled. Pediatric Dentistry of Chattanooga, 423-476-2160.
Solutions Finance of Tennessee, your hometown lender. Locally owned and operated. Loans for used cars, motorcycles, ATVs, home improvement, furniture and appliance purchases, and other worthwhile purpose. Solutions Finance. Keith Street, phone 339-6772.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined by my good friend Andy Morris. 14-7, the start of the third quarter. Walker Valley will receive the football, but I do want to caution us. I would not be surprised if Bradley comes out here and tries to get this ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, I was right there with you on that. We heard a couple of the coaches up here talking on the headsets. Be aware. Listen, when you're in a position like Bradley is where you've not been able to get much going outside of the turnover there deep in Mustang territory that resulted in the touchdown just before halftime, you're pulling out all the stops. You're looking for a way to win this ball game.
So the kick is up, and it is a long one. It's going to be taken at the 15. He's to the 20. He is stopped at the 25-yard line, where Walker Valley will take over for the first time in the second half. So, Coach, talk to me. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, so what we've got going on here is your first drive out of halftime. Obviously, things have been addressed by Coach Akins and Coach Pope during a halftime with that offensive unit. I'm saying, as we see Javin Hall, I love roll him right back out there, get the ball in his hand. Let's continue to pound the football behind that offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Stum in the shotgun, ball snapped, and that's what they'll do. They'll hand it off to Hall. He bounces it, but is met at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Coach, I also wouldn't be surprised if you see Coach Akins, after he gets a first down here, taking a shot with a play-action pass.
Absolutely. Roman Yulo has been your player of the game, the player of the first half up to this point. So you definitely want to find ways to get the ball in his hand because Bradley's not shown that they can stop him with their best defensive back matched up against them.
Yeah, they definitely have. If that wasn't happening before, they have made that adjustment and gone best on best with tight man coverage here with Gorey on the sideline. So twin set to both sides. They're going to be bring Roundtree in motion. Ball snap. It's going to be another handoff off tackle, and he's got some room to run. He's going to get a gain of about 8 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a short 2 yards to your point, too, there, Jacob. And
it looks like they backed him up.
They did back it up. So it's going to be 3rd and 3, actually. But listen, I say keep the ball on the ground. Continue to do what you've done successfully in the first half. And Javin Hall, we've seen that burst, that explosion at the second level.
So they're going to go heavy set with Yulo. He bounces it, and he's going to fall forward. It looks like he's close. It looks like, let's see where they give us the spot. He's going to be short, Coach. It's going to be 4th and 1.
So Troy Duskevich checking into the game along with Braylon Beard. So they're bringing on that heavy load package the Mustangs like to run, and it's going to be 4th down and 1 yard. And I would fully expect to see Troy, Tate, and Braylon to get the push here for Roman Yulo.
Yeah, this is a big play right here, Coach. They're going to bring a man in motion, stack him, ball snap, Roman Yulo up the gut, he's got enough, and he's still going, and he's going to get a gain of about 3. Big first down there for the Walker Valley Mustangs.
And again, that's gutsy football. You're at your own 35-yard line doing that, and if you don't get it, Bradley's getting the ball, and they can tie the game up. But that's where you're trusting that offensive line, those big bodies in front that have got the push the entire first half. Really, all season long they've done that. You trust those big bodies, you follow them. And listen, me and you both know I'm a huge fan of that set, bringing those guys onto the field. I wouldn't even mind bring some more linemen onto the field in the future doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of faith here. Coach, is that who's in the slot right here? That's Roman Yulo in the slot, so they do no longer have Gorey on him. Ball's going to be snapped. Dosen looking, got a man out wide. It's low. And there's a flag.
I was looking for the penalty. I didn't want to say anything, but number 0 of Bradley, that's Jake Powell, the senior defensive back, had his hands on the back of the receiver as the ball was coming in. Now, it was a low pass, but he was basically shoving the receiver to the ground. Not sure who the would-be receiver was for the Mustangs. I think that was number 16, Luke Hayden.
Yeah, Luke Hayden, a big body out there, and did have to go down for the ball, but the defender really kind of took any chance that he had catching the ball away by shoving him to the turf. So an easy call there by the ref, and that's going to march the Mustangs all the way across the field to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, if you're Bradley, that's the last thing you really need to happen. And Mustangs right here at midfield, as you said, at the 48, across midfield at the Bradley 48, looking to go back up 2 scores with 9:22 to go here in the third quarter.
So they're going to bring Yulo in motion. Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff to Hall. He busts through the middle for a gain of 5. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
Right there on that play, what you saw Roman in motion, he's gotten so much respect in this game that not only do they have a guy covering man-to-man, but the safeties are looking that way, the linebackers are looking that way. They know where Roman is, and it opened up a huge run lane for Javin Hall to get about a 5, close to a 6-yard gain.
Dale's Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, just call Dale's. JustCallDales.com.
Voitech Center for Orthopedic Care. For all your orthopedic needs, visit them online. Voitech.com.
So, Walker Valley, 2nd and 5, looking for a Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix first down here. Dosen in the shotgun, bringing Roman Yulo in motion. Ball snapped. It's going to be another handoff. Hall makes the first guy miss, but met by 2 Bradley Bears. A gain of 1 on the play. So, again, this Bradley defense playing with a lot of pride, swarming to the football.
Yeah, listen, I want to go ahead and call my shot right here. It's 3rd down and 5. and I'm going to go ahead and retract my statement as Dawson Stum comes off the field, and Roman Yulo is going to be back in at quarterback with it being 3rd down and 4.
So I want to call my shot here.
Go ahead.
You have ran the ball up the middle with Roman Yulo every time. I would not be surprised if you see them try to get it to McCooch out wide and let him kind of run that
Love the call. Love that call.
Here on a big 3rd down play. But you're also in 4 down territory, so you could just see Roman Yulo follow his big boys up front and get as many as he can.
Mustangs 14, Bears 7, 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
It is going to be Roman Yulo keeping it, and he gets nothing on the play. So
it's actually going to be a loss of a yard, so that's going to bring up 4th down and 5. So Coach Akins has got to make a call here. Your quarterback's currently not on the field. You're not talking 3rd and short, 4th and short anymore. You're talking 4th down and 5, and we're going to see Dawson Stum running back onto the field with Javin Hall, Spencer McCooch. Actually, Javin Hall is going to stay in at the wide receiver position out wide here where we are on the near visitor side. Empty set. This is the first time we've seen this tonight from the Mustang offense.
So Stum snaps, looks, throws, caught. Is it enough for the 1st down? It is. That's a Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix 1st down. So Walker Valley very successful here on 4th down.
Listen, we've seen some gutsy play calling by Coach Akins here early in the second half. We've seen it throughout the game on 4th down, 4th and short, but now we see it on 4th and 5, and not with the run game, with the pass game. So that goes to show you where he is with Dawson Stum at this point in the season as well.
Yeah, and I think this is just where you have faith in your team. You know you're the better team on the field tonight. You know that you've executed better for the most part, and it's time to trust him. And he has, and he's made some big 4th down calls here, and they've been successful so far. So Coach Akins, like we said, all gas, no brakes.
Brown, your Jeep Ram headquarters here in Southeast Tennessee, located off I-75 at exit 20.
Ball snap. Play action. Stum looks, has a man, throws, caught. It's going to be another 1st down, caught by number 16, Luke Hayden.
Tell you what, Luke Hayden, that was that flood play, that levels play we talk about. I encourage you guys to watch the Coach's Show on YouTube. Coach Akins does a great film breakdown. He's got Dawson Stum, as he is who I'm talking about. He's got 3 receiver options, one deep downfield, one all on the right hash, right sideline, downfield, in the flat, and kind of midfield, and he found Luke Hayden midfield. One of those guys is open almost every time.
So Stum goes hard count, no biters, twins to the home, single receiver to the away.
Calling the matchup right here. Roman Yulo, long shot, and he sees it, and that's where the ball's going.
Just overthrown. It was a good ball distance-wise. It was just out of bounds right there on the right side. So I love the aggressiveness though.
No, I'm right there with you. Roman had the DB Gorey beat deep there, ran right past him. Just a little bit of a overthrown football there. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 with 6:24 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Once again, Mustangs leading 14-7, trying to go back up 2 scores here as they're marching their way into Bear territory.
Ball snapped. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Hall, and he looked to have a hole there, but then the defender did a great job of getting off of his tackle, separating, like you said, and making the tackle. So that's going to be 3rd and 10. But again, I think you're in 2 down territory again here. So you're looking to get some yards and take a shot to be able to get a 4th down conversion if you don't get it.
And I love the matchup with Roman Yulo on Gorey. Again, Gorey's a solid defensive back for Bradley, but tonight Roman has ran past him. He's jumped over him. Keep going to the well there because Roman makes plays on the football.
Yeah, I would love to see maybe like a 11-yard stop right here where you just get to the sticks, turn around, pump the brakes, and have the ball right at your chest as you're turning around. But we'll see.
Marker ball right there at the 1st down marker.
They're going to bring Roundtree in motion. Ball snapped. He's looking and had Yulo open, but decided to go to the low route, and the pass was incomplete.
So, again, where the ball is on the Bear 27-yard line, Walker Valley going for it on 4th down with 5:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, Mustangs leading 14-7. Empty set here. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near.
Ball snap, but they are going to blow this one dead. Let's see what the call is. Is it a timeout?
I believe it's going to be an equipment issue as we're seeing some players leave the field. Yeah, that's an official's timeout, and they're saying that it's Tate Roundtree, which Tate's kind of confused. He's pointing to his knee pads and they're covering his knee. So I'm assuming that that's the equipment. We also saw a Bear player sent off the field, so not exactly sure who that was called on. We're seeing that a different set now coming out here. Trips to the far side, single receiver. Here to the near side is Javin Hall in the backfield with Dawson Stump.
I love to see Spencer McCooch out there in the slot. As guys have gone down, Walker Valley's thinning out a little bit. You got to get your best players on the field, and Spencer coming out there in the wide receiver position. It looks like Walker Valley is going to take their first timeout.
Yeah, getting a look at the Bradley defense there. Definitely I like that timeout. Coach Aiken seeing what he's kind of working against so he can kind of figure out what the go-to play call is here on this 4th and 10. So that timeout, as usual, sponsored by Milligan Vane. Do your legs feel heavy or tired or achy? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better in a day. Visit them online at milliganvane.com. So 5:29 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs up 14-7, 4th and 10 from the Bear 27.
Yeah, we're going to stick here with the action because, this is a big 4th down play here for the Mustangs.
Also, we appreciate our friends at the 24/7 movement. Also, ATS The Bridge for helping us with our pregame setup tonight. You can join the 24/7 movement to make a difference, keeping drivers and passengers safe on our roads in memory of Dustin and Brittany Dillard. You can find out more at the 247movement.org.
So Bradley's defense is back on the field. Walker Valley's offense is getting back out onto the field. So they're going to mix it up now. It looks like they're going empty back, trips to the left, and since they took the timeout, they can get Tate Roundtree back out onto the field as well. So good to see. They're going to bring Hall in motion. Little confusion. 2 guys in motion at once.
Plenty of time on that play clock, though.
Ball snap, and there's the flag.
So that is going to back up the Mustangs. I believe there was early movement there. Let's see what that L&B appliance penalty. False start. So I'm assuming that took place on the offensive line. Didn't see much there as I was kind of looking at the man in motion there. But 5:29, it's going to be 4th and 15, and this is a situation you're still in decent field position to go for it. But the problem is getting that first down. Might as well punt it and try to pin Bradley very deep in their own.
Yeah, at this point with 4th and 15, you can pin them back deep into their own territory. You don't even really have to punt to them. You can punt towards the sidelines and have your coverage team there. You've got trips to the home side, so you can kind of punt it to the left. They're not even going to send a guy back there to do it. So ball's up, kick is up, nearly blocked, but gets it. It's going to bounce at the 20, roll inside the 15,
great bounce,
all the way down into the 10-yard line. So
not a great punt, but an excellent bounce.
Yeah. So now you've got the Walker Valley defense out for the first time.
Who's fresh? They've not been on the field in a while.
Really hardly all night.
Yeah.
They've done a good job of containing this defense. Now you have to see what Coach Floyd has cooked up during halftime because you have to know that they came out with a plan as well.
This is where just a little foreshadowing here for you. We talked about Michael Wood, that last play going into halftime there. Look for Michael Wood here. Again, he had a takeaway last week, had an interception. He's been a great coverage cornerback. I look for him to make a big play on this drive.
Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff outside. He gets the corner, but just by a little bit is tackled at the 11-yard line, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, obviously back deep in their own territory. I would not anticipate Coach Floyd trying to force the pass game when he doesn't quite need to yet in a 3rd down.
It looks like they're
long, possibly.
Oh no, that's a running back. It looked like they were bringing out somebody different onto the play, but it looks like they've got a freshman running back in. Coach, ball snapped. They're going to throw it wide to him, get him out wide. He's a speedy little thing.
Good play there from Bradley. Still not going to be enough for the first down. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 1.5. It looks like.
Looks like they walked him back just a little quick. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Bears. But a good play call there.
Yeah.
You bring in
the scat
back, and he catches the ball, and very speedy for the youngsters.
Kind of reminds me of those of you that remember Kansas State running back NFL great Darren Sproles, the way they kind of used him on that play.
Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff, off tackle, nothing brewing.
It's going to be a holding call.
So this is where you kind of have to make a decision. Are you good with the no gain and 4th down and 3, or do you take the flag, back them up, and take your chances?
I feel like the way Bradley's kind of found some success running the football, go ahead and back them up. Make them earn that yardage because it's been hard for them all night. But it does look like Coach Akins is going to decline it. So the punt unit for Bradley looking like they're trotting onto the field. Hey, listen, I want to give a shout-out. Defensive coordinator, first-year D coordinator, Kerry Henderson, very experienced coach, a veteran coach. Everyone knew Taylor Harvey's name, doing a great job over at Ray County. But what Coach Henderson's done in his first year, this defense has bought in early and has been solid tonight.
Yeah, and they kind of sold their fake punt formation. The only thing that they could really do right here is they are snapping the ball to the tight end, and they could run something a little tricky there. But they kind of showed their hand early and got a flag on the play. So if you roll that formation back out there, uh-oh. So it looks like they just blew the play dead. I don't know what looks like there is a flag on the play. So a lot of confusion here, not really sure what's going on. Let's see what the flag is. It's against illegal substitution against the Bears.
Yep. Player making that player leave the field. So
that's going to back them up.
Wow.
So, I didn't think they were going to go for it this deep into their own territory.
Not this early in the second half, I agree with you. But just knowing Coach Floyd, that potential is there with that weapon you have punting the football.
Yeah, 4th and 8. Snap it's a bad kick. Peter, get out of the way, but it takes a good
bounce.
A good roll. It bounced at the 32-yard line and is going to roll all the way to the opposite 47. So what looked to be like a pretty poor kick ends up working out for the Bradley Bears, but Walker Valley still taking over in good field position.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Mustangs with a 14-7 lead over Bradley, getting the ball, as Jacob just said, on the Mustang 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
I would not be surprised, Coach, if you see a play-action pass right here.
I'm on board, baby. I'm on board.
Try to hit your stud wide receiver. He is in, looks to be zone.
I like the matchup there, too, in the slot, but they're going to run with Javin Hall, who's going to cut to this near sideline and be very close to that first down marker, but they might say that he stepped out about 3 yards shy of that marker, 2 yards shy of the marker.
So good run. Good job bouncing it outside there by Hall. 3:41 left on the clock. Walker Valley leads 14-7.
Spencer McCooch back at running back now, so a fresh set of legs.
Ball snap.
Setting up that play action, as you said, Jacob.
Going to be another handoff and does a great job. Has a big gain on the play. Going to get another Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix first down for the Mustangs. Ball's going to be marked at the 38-yard line.
And listen, as long as this continues to work, you won't see that play action. But if you get in a third down situation, do not be surprised if you see Dosen go to that play action pass, as Jacob called it, because the way they're running, the way they're calling plays, they're looking to set that up right now.
Yeah, they're wanting to bend their will as well. I think they were trying to wear this Bradley defense down. Ball snap. There's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be a false start on the Mustangs.
And that's one that Spencer McCooch was ready. He saw a bunch of green grass in front of him once he got past that line. Unfortunately, as you said, that L&B appliance penalty is going to back the Mustangs up. So it's going to go to 1st and 15. Again, 3:16 to go here in the third quarter. Mustangs leading Bradley by a score of 14-7. Hey, here's a good time for Crown, your Jeep and Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee, located off I-75 at exit 20.
Chick-fil-A located on Key Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today.
Love me some Chick-fil-A.
Stum in the shotgun. Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff off tackle, and he has a good burst run. It's going to get a gain of about 6, so it's going to get around to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, to your point, just past it, it looks like they're going to give him about another yard past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be about 9 to go with 2:45 on the clock here in the third. And this is where, if you can get the ball in the end zone here on this drive, going up 2 scores again, you're in a much more comfortable position.
So Stum in the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Hall. He's going to bully his way. That Walker Valley offensive line is going to keep pushing him, and he's going to get a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, some scrum ball right there, just pushing that pile, and it keeps moving. And you see the Kelly brothers, you see Jeremiah Townsend, you see Farley, those guys just holding up the running back and basically dragging him down the field. That's the difference. When you talk about a size advantage, you talk about the advantage in the trenches, that's where it benefits you. The Mustangs have been able to run the football like crazy tonight, as Javin Hall's got to take a break as he's been getting a bunch of touches here in the second half.
So you're in that 2-to-go territory as well. You've got 3rd and 3 after the 6-yard run by Hall. They're going to be in the heavy set package. Looks like Roman Ulo is going to take the direct snap. Ball is snapped. Ulo follows his blockers, sees a lane out wide, but then the defender closes quickly, and he's going to be dropped for a loss on the play.
Yeah, and that was, I believe, a little bit of improvising by Roman Ulo. Coach Akins does not look thrilled with that decision. Again, Roman's a playmaker. He looks to make plays. If he beats him around the edge, we're talking, a big game there. But in turn, it's going to be a loss of yardage, making it 4th down and 5 for this Mustang offense as Dawson Stum and Javin Hall check back into the game.
So 1 minute and 7 seconds left on the clock. 4th and 5. Stum in the shotgun. Twins to the away. Single receiver to the home. I would expect ball snap. They're going to go to that levels concept. Looks, throws, caught. And he has enough for the first down. If he just holds on to the football. Great job.
What a catch. That's number 25 of the Mustangs, Brody Crooms. And what I love about this, Dawson, he's getting his checkdowns. First of all, Javin Hall picked up a blitz from the linebacker, did a great job picking it up to give Dawson time to get rid of the football. But then you got a guy in the slot in Crooms who is not the number 1, really not the number 2 target. And Dawson knows exactly where he's at right there at that first down marker for a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down. And there's 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Mustangs from the Bear 24.
Ball snap, Dawson throws, caught. Number 16, Hayden, is going to have a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd. And we are inside the Key of Cleveland drive zone officially. We're at the 19-yard line.
Slot continuing to run. Coach Akins is holding up that 4 going to the fourth quarter as his team meets there on the sideline at the 50, where he likes to deliver a message to his team about finishing in the 4th. Continue to show up, continue to battle. So with that, we're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back for the fourth quarter.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. Believe it or not, if you have fear of going to the dentist, you are not alone. Sedation Dentistry can completely eliminate this fear. In fact, most people that have sedation dentistry say they would not do it any other way. Call us today at 476-6541 to see if sedation dentistry is your answer to complete dental care.
Do you suffer from unsightly leg veins? Are your legs turning brown or swelling? Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Do you have restless legs or leg cramps disturbing your sleep? These symptoms are signs of bad veins. Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vein offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Find more information online at milliganvein.com or call Dr. Gooden today at 423-961-5682 and get rid of those bad veins.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined by my good buddy Andy Morris, and you're in for a good one. We are in the fourth quarter. Your score, Walker Valley 14, Bradley 7, but Walker Valley knocking on the door here inside the Key of Cleveland drive zone. Ball's marked at the 19-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Mustangs looking to take back control of this ball game again with the 14-7 lead. But after that turnover resulting in the touchdown at halftime, it doesn't seem like you're in a comfortable spot until you go back up 2 scores as we enter the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, just got to be disciplined and do your job here.
Wind picking up a little bit on us too, Jacob.
Ball snapped, handed off to Hall. He's going to bully his way for a gain of about 3. It's going to be a 3rd and short. Ball's going to be marked at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and I want to continue to see this getting just grind the football. Run it behind your big boys up front. Keep getting a push. You're getting 2-3 yards every time. It's 3rd and 2 with 11 minutes and 38 seconds to go in this ball game. and you eat up some clock and go get you a score here.
Yeah, this is where, as a coaching staff, you look at those big boys up front and you say, it is time to win the line of scrimmage and let's bully our way into the end zone. You've got 2 yards right here. Let's fight our way down, chew up some clock, go up 2 scores, and let's take game back in our hands.
Yeah, and as you can tell, the wind is picking up here. We know we got some tropical storms blowing in, and so far we've been lucky tonight.
Ball snapped, hand off to Hall, and he's going to bust it open for a touchdown. Give him 6, Walker Valley Mustangs.
That's a Wright Brothers Construction touchdown on the ground game. Javin Hall followed his blocks and had wide open acreage in front of him as he trots into the end zone. Mustangs 20, Bears 7. And pending this extra point, you've got to feel a little bit of a sense that this ballgame's far from over, but a sense of relief that you've been able to advance that lead back up to 2 scores once again.
So it does look like we might have some rain in the forecast coming. Let's
extra
see.
Point, big extra point here. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. It looks to be good. The signal, it is good. Mustangs 21, Bears 7. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back.
Thank you for choosing Whirlpool, where we are committed to being the best global kitchen and laundry company in constant pursuit of improving life at home. For more information on Whirlpool, please visit whirlpool.com.
Here is Brian Poole, owner of Poole Funeral Home and Cremation Services at Fight Chapel.
We're doing some renovations on Fight. We're painting the whole inside. New furnishing's going in, give it a fresh new look. We're going to provide just as much professional services there as any other funeral home in the area. Cater to everybody's need, whether it's burial or cremation, whatever it may be, we're going to provide the community that. And I just want to continue that heritage that the Fight family started and build off of that. And I wanted to keep that name part of ours, even though we did change it to Poole Funeral Home and Cremation Services at Fight Chapel. We wanted to make sure we honored the Fight name. We treat your family like they're our family.
As your local credit union, the TVFCU mortgage team has more than 30 employees who live right here. Your money supports the community, and that means special savings to you. Visit tvfcu.com/mortgage savings to learn more. TVFCU, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob, joined by my good friend Andy. 11:03 left on the clock. Walker Valley leads this one 21-7.
And the kick after that touchdown from the Mustangs is up. It's another excellent kick inside the 5, going to be returned by Bradley there. And great coverage from the Mustangs. He's going to be brought down inside the 15 at about the 14-yard line. Bradley has been pinned back in their own territory to start so many drives tonight.
Yeah, you can feel this crowd coming alive as well, Coach. They know that it's in the grasp of their fingers. While we got a little bit of break, I want to give a shout out. My son is listening tonight.
G-Man.
Give old Graham Mason a shout out, buddy. I love you. I'll be home soon. Thanks for listening, dude.
Word on the street, he's the cutest little Bulldog fan in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Hey, give me a go Dogs. So, Bradley, back on the field, ball is going to be marked at the 14-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10.
So we've got some weather potentially coming in here that could end up being a factor as Bradley runs a quarterback keeper with Lewis there. And he's going to pick up a decent amount of yards for looks to be about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, that's probably their second biggest play of the night. You know, you had a 9-yard run outside of the pass, of course. That was probably about an 18-yard pass that he delivered in the back of the end zone. But probably the best run that he's had tonight, personally. Walker Valley done a great job of being able to kind of squeeze this defense. But you're kind of getting into that territory, Coach, where you're going to have to make something happen here if you're Bradley.
Dell's Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, just call Dells.com.
So Bradley backed into this Walker Valley band, having to get up next to each other and talk. Ball snapped. It's going to be flushed back inside where Walker Valley does a good job. He's going to get around the line again. I think he's going to be just short. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Malachi Nunez coming up, making sure that pile doesn't advance anymore, pushing that ball carrier backwards as he was wrapped up by a few other Mustangs on the play. I believe number 56 there for the Mustangs was in Spencer Evans as well as Shantz, Jack Shantz, number 49, the defensive end.
So, Lewis in the shotgun, ball snapped. He's going to pitch it. He's getting out wide. He's to the 20, to the 30.
Got to run him
40, and they're going to run him out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Very big play from Michael Wood on the sideline. If he beats Michael Wood to the edge, he's scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
A smart, good, timely play call there from Bradley, getting that sweep to the receiver. But Michael Wood making sure once he gets to the edge, he's forced out of bounds while he's being blocked. So a big step up moment there for Michael Wood.
Absolutely. So Lewis in the shotgun. Ball snapped. He drops back to pass. Looks, throws, and there is going to be a flag. This is intercepted.
They're going to say pass interference.
But it's going to be pass interference. He's returning this ball. He's going to be tackled at the 35-yard line. This is going to be brought back. There was a hold on the play. I didn't get a number. I think it might have been number 9 of the Mustangs. Kind of had a hold.
Yeah,
of
that was
jersey.
Nunez. Poor Jeremiah Pugh came up with an interception there. Did a great job tracking that ball, getting under it. But that one is going to come back. That penalty sponsored by L&B Appliance. So, hey, Jacob, one thing I want to do real quick while we have a moment is a shout-out to our board ops back at the station. Elijah Kyle doing a great job for us each and every Friday night. This week it's a Thursday night, trying to avoid all this weather. And him and Ryan and all those guys back at the station. Not to mention everyone here across the field in the truck over there with the mixed TV production. Want to let Papa John's know we appreciate them feeding our board ops as well. They're also hiring. You can find employment opportunities through Papa John's at pjunited.com.
Yeah, and while we're giving shout-outs, Coach, let's give another shout-out to, Chris Cassida for the food, pregame food to all the guys here tonight from the station.
Great barbecue.
Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff. Not much cooking there for the Bears. He's going to be tackled after a gain of 1. Ball's going to be marked at the 40-yard line. So 9:13 left. Walker Valley trying to make a stand here. You would have to assume that Coach Floyd and the Bears are in 4-down territory.
No, you're absolutely right. If you're Bradley, as far as this ball game is concerned, you're fighting for your life here. This is the most important drive of the ball game. You're down 2 scores, 21-7. You've got to come away with something here as you're across midfield. They've had limited opportunities offensively all night to do that.
Yeah, so Bradley brings in the scat back again. I'm going to try to get a number.
There it is. You called it as he gets the ball to the outside. He's flushed, and he's only going to get about a yard. That's number 20.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a name on here for the Bradley running back.
That's Parker Price.
Parker Price.
He's a sophomore running back.
So
Patton Parker Price.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him on the field, I figured they had success on that play prior, and they tried to get up to the ball quickly and run it again. But Walker Valley did a good job making an adjustment and recognizing that early.
Yeah, so now they've brought number 35 at running back, Javon DeGrassi, back into the game. 8:05 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs with a 21-7 lead in this in-county rivalry game.
5 seconds left on the play clock. I don't know that Bradley's going to be able to get this one off. It looks like they're going to have to burn a timeout. And Coach Floyd is furious.
That's big to have to burn that timeout. Once again, all our timeouts sponsored by L&B Appliance. That's a huge momentum killer. With that, we're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be back here on WCLE Sports 99.1.
Attention, business owners and managers. Bring your team for team building to Leisure Time Bowling. Leisure Time Bowling offers your company or organization the chance to have fun together with bowling, great food, and a private meeting space. Research shows that team building leads to greater business success. Call Leisure Time Bowling to make your reservation at 728-2988. That's 728-2988 or ltbowling.com.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by our good friends at Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Hey, you started something because I'm getting text messages from Kimbrell and Murphy Morris letting me know that they're listening too, so I got to show my girls some love.
Bradley going to send the running back in motion. It's going to be a screen, and it is dropped.
So dangerous.
So that's going to bring up 4th down. Let's see if they're going to call this a lateral pass.
No, there was no whistle. So this is a live football, and it looks like the Mustangs have it. I do think, and listen, as much as I would love for the Mustangs to have this football, they allow the play to continue, and they're giving it to Walker Valley. I feel like that's I'm just being honest here. I feel like that was a forward throw down the line from where the quarterback's feet were set. That's where the call comes from. But again, if an official is out of position, it's hard to see that. They're saying Mustang football. I'm all for it.
Yeah, and it could have been lateral, but it hit the the running back's hands and bounced forward,
Yeah.
which to our view would have looked
Coach
like it
Floyd's
was.
not happy about it.
No, I mean, that's an absolute killer there. So this is right here, right now, this is where the Walker Valley Mustangs got to put their foot on the gas and go. There's no more being conservative. You got a 2-point lead. It's time to bury it. You bury your demons.
Two-score lead, 21-7.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
You bury your demons on this drive right now.
And look, again, good coaching here. The secondary of Bradley, they're not cheating. They're back. They're looking downfield. They don't want to give up a big play to Ulo or any of these receivers that have done a great job tonight.
So that's going to be a run up the middle, gain of about 4. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Both teams still have 2 timeouts each, clock down to 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this ball game. Once again, your Mustangs with a 21-7 lead inside of enemy territory at Bear Stadium. The battle of Bradley County Schools taking place tonight.
Absolutely. And man, has it been a battle. How exciting this has been. Just a lot of up and downs. But right here, Walker Valley has the chance to take complete control of this game. And if you're the coach right here, you look at your offensive line and say, time to get it done, boys. Let's go.
2nd down and 6. Mustangs with the ball on their own 48.
It's going to be a handoff, and he busts loose. He's all the way down to the 40, inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
That's a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down once again on the legs of Javin Hall. The explosion past the line of scrimmage into that second level is what Javin Hall provides for this Mustang offense, and he's a powerful, upright runner. We've seen him take some big hits tonight, but right there, those plays make it worth it.
Absolutely. And another thing you've got to be preaching right now is ball security.
Yes.
No mistakes, no mental mistakes. Let's not give them the ball back.
Let that clock run, too. You're at 6:15, Jacob.
Yeah, keep eating the clock. 14-point lead here for the Mustangs. Hall stays in at the quarterback or at the running back position. Dawson Stum in at the shotgun. Twins to the away, single receiver to the home. They're going to bring a man in motion that looks to be Roundtree. Ball snap, another handoff. Hall, patient, follows his blocks, makes a couple guys miss, and has another gain of 5 on the play.
Even when he's falling, when he's going to the ground, everything's forward. It's spinning off would-be tacklers. It's every inch that he can get. He's doing a great job, man. I tell you what, I'm at a loss for words. It's almost like he's got a North Star guide, man. He does a phenomenal job making sure that he's not going to take a loss and that he's going to get as much as he can get on those carries.
So, 5:28, Walker Valley leads by 14. Play clock down to 15. Stum snaps, handoff to Hall. He's going to follow his tackle off to the left side. Right side. Not much cooking that time. It's going to be a gain of 1, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I think in this situation, you still have got to be smart. We're starting to see things getting a little chippy down there, seeing some pushing and shoving from both sides. As Javin Hall has got a bunch of carries there in a row, he's going to check out of the game. And we see back in the backfield Spencer McCooch along with number 25 who's checking into the game. That's Brody Crooms.
So it looks like they marked him up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 3. And again, you're in 2-down territory here as well. You just got to have good ball security and trust that your offensive line can get you the push that you need. Bradley selling out for the run here, though.
And rightfully so, because they've not been able to stop it all night.
Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff to McCooch. He follows his blockers, and it looks like he's going to have enough for a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ray Mix first down if this line judge is correct about the spot.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be close. Let's see. Yeah.
Let's see. Are they going to have an official measurement? Oh, there's a flag on the play. It looks like it by the body language of the Mustangs, it looks like it may be going against them.
Once again, all our penalties sponsored by L&B Appliance. Yeah, the Mustangs are starting to kind of, on their own, work back towards midfield. Well, Jeremiah Townsend's trying to get the crowd pumped up, so I don't know. This may be against Bradley, Jacob. What a huge penalty.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, going to be against the Bears. So there's a little confusion. Half the Mustang team was kind of like, what's going on? The officials still have not officially made a call yet, but they, in fact, are going to march it off against Bradley, giving the Mustangs not... That's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Bears. So huge penalty marching the Mustangs inside of the Kia Cleveland drive zone all the way down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and you can kind of see the Bradley fans are starting to inch their way out. The reality is starting to set in as Walker Valley is making this drive here late. 4:14 left on the clock. Walker Valley is taking control of this game and has a chance to go up 3 scores here.
Yeah, once again, that's a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down on that penalty. So things looking solid for the Mustangs. Listen, we're not calling it over till it's over, but there's 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this ball game. Mustangs with a 2-score lead, looking to tack on another one here as they're going to throw underneath to
Roman Yulo
gets to the sideline and nearly gets a first down.
Really, honestly, probably should have got another 15-yard penalty as he was being drug out of bounds and then thrown after the play. Clearly out of bounds. The emotions are starting to set in.
Had Roman not have kept his feet, that flag's going in the air, no doubt. Roman's just an athletic kid. Man.
Yeah, he's a big-body kid. And
he's going to land on his feet.
Yeah, it's hard to throw him down. So second down and looks like 5 on the play.
Yeah, second down, 5, maybe even 6. They've got 5 on the scoreboard. The chains look more like 6, but either way, Mustangs with the ball on the Bradley 8-yard line, up 21-7 with 3:38 to go in this ball game.
I wouldn't mind to see a toss right here. They're selling inside. Ball snapped. It's going to be run upside. He's going to bounce it outside. He's to the 5. He's going to have enough for the first down. That's another Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix first down inside the Kia of Cleveland drive zone.
Spencer McCooch on the carry. He did a good job. He followed his line, saw there wasn't anything there before he bounced it out, got to the edge, picked up the first down. Mustangs are just a few yards away from sealing this thing.
Yeah, Roman Yulo is trying to stamp his player of the game tonight, coming in at quarterback with 2 yards to go. He has the chance to account for 3 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, this O-line, you can tell they're fired up. Tate Roundtree in motion here, getting blockers. Roman's running. It's going to be brought down just shy of the goal line. But the good news is that's going to be a fresh set of downs, I believe.
So they did.
That was goal.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
perfect.
They've got 3 more opportunities to try to get into the end zone right here.
Yeah, so the ball marked at the 1-yard line, and Roman Yulo already 2 touchdowns on the night, looking for his 3rd.
And really what this allows you to is to burn more clock.
Yes.
You know,
Coach Floyd's got to save his timeouts for when they have possession of the football.
Yeah, so Roman Yulo. Oh,
That's
and a
not what you need.
costly penalty here.
And I believe they're going to call that on the motion man, which was, I believe, sophomore Braylon Beard kind of drifted as he was in motion. His body language, he's not happy about the call, but
Roman Yulo saying, man, feed me the ball. Let me have it. So that's going to be 2nd and goal from, the 6? And it looks like they're going to take – are they calling a timeout here?
Mustangs are going to take a timeout.
No, it's Bradley. Bradley took a timeout.
So with 2:57 to go, Bears taking that timeout as they know they're getting into crunch time, down 2 scores. They've got to try to do something here to get the ball back and keep the Mustangs from going up 3 scores. With that, we're going to hang with you guys here as we're approaching the end of the game. Don't want to cut away and not get you back in time for sure. Once again, Papa John's is hiring. Visit them online at pjunited.info, taking care of our board ops back at the station. Elijah Kyle does a phenomenal job with us.
Chick-fil-A, located on Key Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today.
Voitech Center for Orthopedic Care. For all your orthopedic needs, visit them online at voitech.com.
So, 2:57 left here in the ballgame. Walker Valley with a 2-touchdown lead, knocking on the door, 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. They were down at the 1, coach, and then had a costly false start penalty there, an illegal motion or something.
Mustangs have been great with a very low number of penalties all year long. The unfortunate thing is the timing of some of these penalties when you're getting ready to punch it in for a touchdown, and then you get backed up 5 yards. But listen, the most important thing right here is not getting in the end zone. It's ball security.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got the lead. You want to chew up as much clock as you can. 2:57 left on the clock. They are sticking with the heavy set package. Let's see what Yulo does right here. They're going to bring a man in motion. Ball snap. Yulo keeps it, follows his tackles. He's going to be pushed. He's going to
get in.
He's going to get all the way down.
Right at the goal line. No signal, though. They're going to say he's just shy. Listen, the flow show. huge credit to that offensive line. We see Jeremiah Townsend and Bryson Farley just shoving guys into the end zone as Roman's just following them.
Yeah, and they've got 9 guys in the box, Coach. They're stuffing the box and still being able to get a 5-yard push there. Ball is going to be snapped. Yulo keeper follows his blocks. Is he short?
It looks like they're going to stand him up just shy of the goal line. So it's going to be, once again, 4th down and very, not maybe 4th and inches away from the goal line here.
Again, I still don't hate it, though. You're chewing clock. You're up. Yeah. You're up 2 scores.
Clock's still rolling. It's at 2 minutes exactly right now. Mustangs with a 21-7 lead.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. You've still got 2 timeouts as well. So if you want to let this clock run all the way down, which looks like what they're doing, and then call a timeout, get your team ready with a plan, and try to punch it in on this 4th and goal.
Yeah, Roman Yulo has been an absolute weapon. So they're going to let the clock run all the way down to 1 minute and 36 seconds left in this ball game before the Mustangs take an L&B appliance timeout. Coach Akins, this is what I like about that. You use up as much clock as possible, and now you're talking to your guys about those very things we're talking about, ball security. You're talking about being smart, holding on to the football. Nothing crazy can happen here, and you're going to follow this offensive line. All night, this offensive line is dominated. The flow show has shown up. We call them the flow show because of the hair, but the flow tonight on the field has been phenomenal. And Roman Yulos and Dosen Stum and Javin Hall and Spencer McCooch, these guys have benefited because of that offensive line play.
Yeah, and to Walker Valley's credit, I would love when they break down how much time of possession. Walker Valley has controlled the ball all night long. I know you're only up 14 points. There's some things that happen that cause that. Some, like you said, timely penalties, a fumble on our own side with 38 seconds left. But there's never really been a point in time where Walker Valley has not been in the driver's seat, and they've had the ball basically what feels like the whole game.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And, man, I tell you what, just knowing that if you can get the ball in the end zone here with a clean exchange, a good snap, follow that line, this game will be out of reach with 1 minute 36
Yeah,
left.
This would be icing on the cake right here. Ball snap, and he is going to be in 4-6. Give him. Come on. Yes, thank you. Touchdown.
That's a Wright Brothers Construction touchdown, number 6, Roman Yulo of the Mustangs. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Yep. And what an exclamation mark on the night. Walker Valley takes the lead a little bit further, 27-7, currently leading by 20 before the extra point.
Hey, I tell you what, a fun sight to see here, looking at the visiting bleachers here. This place still packed on the visiting side. There's a few open spaces down on the far end, but the student section in full force tonight. And you look over on the away side, the Bradley fans have kind of trickled out of here, as you said, knowing what's happening. This one's out of reach now. But you've got to applaud Bradley's performance, but a dominant effort by the Mustangs offensively tonight. That extra point is good. Score, Mustangs 28, Bradley 7, 1 minute 32 to go. We're going to take a 30-second break, Jacob. We'll be right back, and I'll let you have it.
Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voitic Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voitic and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. There was a flag thrown at the end of the extra point as a Bradley defender was exiting the field. There's a conversation being had with Coach Floyd. I don't know if there was words exchanged.
Might have been an objection potentially. When they have conversations that kind of look like this, again, I don't want to be premature on anything here, but all the officials are over there with Coach Floyd, and they're addressing something.
Yeah, so interesting to see what happens here, where they're going to mark this ball. It looked like, let's see what's happening here. We'll pause. We'll stop talking, see if they march this ball back. I'm thinking it might have been a sideline warning. Okay, personal foul, Bradley. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. They'll march that down. So Walker Valley is going to be kicking from what looks to be the opposite 45. So again, now you have the
opportunity to put this one through the uprights.
Yeah, I was about to say, now you have the opportunity to just kick this through the uprights and get a touchback, and then just hold on for a minute 32 for the Mustangs. So, Coach, what a dominating performance here by the Mustangs tonight. Able to shut down Bradley's offense pretty much entirely outside of giving the ball up on your own 18-yard line.
No, you're absolutely right. As we see the tight bunch formation here, as number 82 for the Mustangs gets set, Noah Campbell, to kick this one off, and he does a very high kick to the back, through the back of the end zone for the Mustangs. Man, I tell you what, this has been a long time coming. I was on the phone. I talked to Brody Swafford last night, and they were a player or two away in 2020 from winning this ball game. 2 years ago, a last-second field goal here in Bear Stadium. Bradley won the football game. There's been some heartache, some tough losses in this series. On paper, Bradley's dominated the series, but there's been 5-6 games that are decided by one score, and it's nice to know all those former Mustangs are paying attention, being able to talk to a lot of those guys.
Ball snap's going to be thrown out wide, incomplete. But kind of along with that, you can look down to the sideline. A clearly emotional Coach Akins.
Yeah.
He's finally kind of getting this monkey off of his
Getting over
back.
the hump. But as I was saying, being able to talk to those guys, they take so much pride in what they did in their time at Walker Valley, and they're happy for this group because they see the growth. They see the continuation of what they've started. We talk about it all the time. Good programs have good foundations, and they continue to build on those foundations. And that's what Coach Akins and this Mustang football team has done.
Absolutely. So ball snapped. It's going to be a QB keeper. He's going to get the ball down to around the 25-yard line, where that's going to bring up third. It looks like they're going to mark him down at the 24. So 3rd and 4, a minute 17 left here on the clock.
Yeah, 3rd and 24, clock down to 1 minute and 10 seconds. Mustangs with a 28-7 lead. This one out of reach for Bradley. And it's a good feeling that it's not going to come down to a last-second play.
I know. It feels like over the past couple of years since we've been doing this together, there's been a lot of times where we're holding our breath as this clock ticks down. And it's nice to be on the side of things where, we're excited to get Coach Akins up here and talk about his performance tonight.
No, you're absolutely right. Going to always remember this Thursday night game, that's for sure. Getting it changed late in the week. And Mr. Richard Jackson up here giving us some fist bumps. Man, his son Spencer has been a huge part of this foundation, and his youngest son now a part of it. So, listen, this is an emotional game as it is, but when you're talking this in-county rivalry against a team that's had your number, it's nice to get over the hump as we're about to nearly get an interception as Spencer McCooch fell down as he tried to make a play on that ball. Kind of kept Michael Wood away from the play.
Yeah, it looks like he got sniped by the turf monster there. Turf can be tricky sometimes, man. It's slick. It looks like this Walker Valley fans are celebrating. Coach Akins just got the bath. He's getting a 15-yard penalty for celebration.
Yeah,
here.
They just threw a penalty because there's still 16 seconds on the clock. That is going to be a sideline warning.
Yeah, I think they thought it might have been over. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, again, we talk about the emotion. That's just an emotional play. These guys are fired up. That's going to back them up. But either way, Bradley only one timeout left. They're looking to get off the field and get out of here. So either way, penalty, no penalty, Mustangs, I would imagine, either going to run this one into the line or take a knee here.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mustangs. I'm fine with it.
Listen, the things that we don't like are the taunting plays, the in-your-face. These guys, that's an emotional penalty. Take it every time.
That was a team moment.
Yeah, take it every time.
That's not a point at you. That is a team moment. That's a coach moment. That was something fun to watch. And Coach Akins here getting his team together, lining up to do the best play in football, which is the victory formation.
So that is going to march the Mustangs back to the Bradley 43-yard line. That's where this drive will start after we're talking the emotional side of the game. Bradley went for it on 4th down, of course, did not get it. So now Mustangs looking to just ice this clock
16 seconds here. Stum comes out. I'm assuming they will be in the victory formation. They are, as Spencer McCooch is deep here on the field. Play clock down to 17 seconds. Stum to take the snap. Ball is snapped, and he takes a knee, and that will end this ball game. Your Walker Valley Mustangs have won 28-7, and Coach, what a game.
Yeah, listen, Coach Akins is telling us they're jumping around, they're excited. He said, hey, chill out, let's get through this line, let's shake these guys' hands. They battled. We see the meeting, Coach Floyd and Coach Akins there at midfield. A lot of respect for Coach Floyd and what he's done with this Bradley program. Literally pulling that program out of a couple 0-10 seasons, getting them to where they are. And you kind of have these years where you reset. And but still, this is a gritty Bradley team. So the quality of this win is still a high-quality win for Walker Valley because you came into their house against a team who's upset, who's frustrated, that wants to continue a dominant series, and the Mustangs just did not let it happen.
They didn't, and, did a great job of executing their game plan. Had a mishap there right at the end of the second quarter. But outside of that, played to what I thought Coach Akins wanted to do. He wanted to dominate the line of scrimmage. He wanted to control the clock. He wanted to control time of possession. And he did all those things. And you look up at the scoreboard, Walker Valley 28, and really Bradley 7 points comes after a turnover on your own 18-yard line.
Yeah, for anyone that is wondering, we talk about all the great things that are going on at Walker Valley. Just in case you weren't aware, Walker Valley is a football school now as well, amongst many other things. But it's Thursday night. We're in Bear Stadium celebrating a 28-7 win, and an emotional win as we see the student section, the cheerleaders embracing the Mustangs as they run to the sideline here right in front of the band as they celebrate. Again, extremely emotional. To get over that hump after all the adversity and the things not going your way in this series, what a night! And these young men, all these students, the administration at Walker Valley, everybody needs to enjoy this one.
Absolutely. Getting to hear this song, then I assume they'll do the alma mater. Coach Akins, I'm sure, is going to have to answer a lot of interview questions. So what we're going to do, we're going to take, what do you say, Coach, a 3-4 minute break? We'll take a 4-minute break. We'll let all of our final stats roll in. But your final here at Bear Stadium, Walker Valley 28, Bradley 7. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
L&B Appliance is your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, serving this area for over 30 years. They offer sales and service. L&B Appliance, located on Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231. L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your home appliance needs, small enough to appreciate your business.
Imagine this. Handheld pizza puffs filled with mozzarella cheese and pizza sauce, topped with buttery garlic drizzle, with either 3 herbs or pepperonis. Well, it's a reality. Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Pick them up at 3 locations. Call Huff, Keith Street, or McGrady Drive, or order online.
Check in the Cash is your one-stop money shop and has been helping customers with cash solutions since 1993. If you're short on cash and need a little help to overcome a financial hurdle, we're here for you. Our Chattanooga area stores, including Cleveland and Athens, offer payday loans and flex line of credit options. We understand that doing the research for these loans can be overwhelming. That's why we strive to make the application process simple and convenient. We also provide quick in-store services like check cashing, money orders, wire transfers, and even gift card buyback. Want to learn more about your options? Visit our website at checkintocash.com. Our lending decisions are made quickly, and if approved, you can have cash in hand. Take the first step toward a bright financial future. We're here to help. Not all consumers will qualify. Eligibility, rates, terms, and conditions apply. Rates, restrictions, and fees apply to store services. Please call or visit your local store for details. Allsafe Storage and Ed Brown remind you to be generous, find a need, and give of your time, talent, and treasure to accomplish a good work. You will receive much more than you give. This message from Allsafe Storage. Visit allsafetn.com.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck. It's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
Hometown service with a smile. If that's something you haven't experienced in a while, then maybe you should talk with the friendly staff at Joe Rogers Office Supply. With free delivery, no minimum order requirements, and a great selection of office supplies and office furnishings, they're sure to brighten your day. Visit or call today at 476-7527. That's Joe Rogers Office Supply for friendly hometown service with a smile.
The Billy Haney Meat Company has been serving this community for 56 years, locally owned and operated and open to the public. Feel free to call or just walk in to get all of your bulk food needs with no membership required. Keep your chest freezer stocked with frozen and fresh hamburger patties and frozen chicken of all types. The Billy Haney Meat Company literally has it all. Those square pizzas we all loved in school, they have those too. And they keep a large supply of your favorite candy and chips. Call the Billy Haney Meat Company at 336-2468 or visit them at 2154 Old Charleston Road.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, Greeny, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
At Southern Heritage Bank, we provide tools to protect you and your accounts. Secure Lock Equip is an easy-to-use mobile app that puts the power to protect your debit cards in your hands. Simply use the free app to turn your card on or off in real time as needed. It also helps track your purchases. You'll receive a notification each time your debit card is used, before the sales clerk can provide you with a receipt. Prevent fraud. Control spending with Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined by my good buddy Andy Morris. Your final, Walker Valley 28, Bradley 7, for Walker's second all-time win against the Bears and first-time win here on the road at Bear Stadium.
Man, I tell you what a fun environment tonight here at Bear Stadium, regardless of, moving the game, all that stuff. Still got a school day tomorrow. I would imagine that there's going to be a pretty big celebration taking place tomorrow at Walker Valley High School, getting over the hump against the team. Obviously not the same Bradley team from last year, but this is still a team that's coming off making the state semifinals last year, as well as the Mustangs making the semifinals in Class 5A. But being able to come in here against a well-coached Bradley team, a beat-up Bradley team. But, again, we've talked about it. Eli Cross is out. Mason Alexander didn't play tonight. Zeke Garrison out. So we've got a lot of guys.
Hudson McCooch.
Yeah, Hudson McCooch left the game early tonight. So Walker Valley down some weapons just like Bradley is, and being able to come into their place and get the win is a big deal. And it's fun. As we said, I'm already getting some messages from people. Being able to come in here and get this win kind of is some closure for some of those former Mustang teams.
Yeah, for sure. You've been so close so many times, and Coach Akins as well, been so close so many times. And, to be able to finally get it done and kind of get that, get over the hump, like you said, get that monkey off your back. Like you've done it. You've done it. You came to their place and you really did it in dominating fashion. The score was 28-7, but there wasn't a point in time in that ball game where Walker Valley was not in control of the game. So a wonderful performance by the Mustangs. Again, probably favored to win this game. But when you come over here and play a Coach Floyd team, you've got to be prepared for a fight. In the first half, there really was one.
No, you're absolutely right. And to Bradley's credit, they did what they needed to do when they had an opportunity to get the ball in the end zone on the turnover. They forced that turnover right before halftime to get themselves within a score. But talk about being able to finish. Coach Akins and this crew, and listen, I want to talk about this guy a lot. He's our first-year D coordinator, but he's a very seasoned veteran D coordinator, a great long career. But Coach Henderson, has done a phenomenal job with this Mustang defense. Usually when you get a change from a coordinator to another one, there's some turnover. There's some things that are obviously, getting worked out. But he's picked up where this Mustang defense left off last year. And I tell you what, man, he's done a phenomenal job making sure that the Mustang offense has a chance to keep them in games and win games. With that being said, you look big picture, this is some momentum going into region play for Walker Valley. You have this emotional win. You're obviously not satisfied. You know what you're capable of. The number one goal, Coach Aiken says every year, is a region championship. This is a great way to start that momentum and energy to move towards that number one goal.
Yeah, definitely a confidence booster for sure. It gives you a lot of momentum going into region play. And just shows the fight in your team. Again, we talked about injuries for Bradley, but Walker Valley really banged up tonight. It could have been really easy to make excuses and to not go out there and execute. I thought Dosen played really, really well. Javin Hall played really well. But I think we can already say the player of the game is going to go to Roman Ulo.
I'm writing it down right now as you're talking.
He had 2 receiving touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Huge plays by him tonight. Stepping in for the role with Zeke Garrison being out as that heavy lead running back there in the heavy set package, but just an exciting moment. Coach Aikens is making his way up.
So with that, we're going to take let's take a 2-minute break, allow him to catch his breath for us to kind of settle into things up here. And it being Thursday night, we do not have any Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard updates for our listeners. But with that, once again, as Coach Aikens makes his way up here, we're going to take roughly a 2-minute break, and we'll be back here on the postgame show.
Captain, the ship's under attack. Asteroid storm coming from all directions. We need the best team to repair this exterior damage now. Langley Roofing? Seriously? Get Langley Roofing on the phone right now, Captain's orders.
Every season has its own way of attacking your roof from every angle. The quality and warranty of Langley Roofing performs so well at the best price. So when you love your roof, let Langley quote any repair or replacement. When you see a fit roof, chances are it's a Langley. Visit our family at langleyroofs.com.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
Tennessee Wesleyan University offers more than 80 majors and minors at the undergraduate and graduate levels. With a TWU pledge, students may be eligible to attend tuition-free. A 10-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio ensures students receive individualized attention, and Tennessee Wesleyan remains one of the most affordable colleges in the region. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more about on-campus and online opportunities. Choose blue at Tennessee Wesleyan University.
Can you feel it? Changes in the wind. For over 25 years, Southline Finance has been your trusted friend to help when you've needed money for everything from automobiles to home improvement projects. But just as seasons change, exciting changes are happening at Southline Finance. They'll still be here to offer the same services they always have and so much more. Stop or come by one of our offices in Cleveland, Athens, or Chattanooga and find out how Southline Finance is growing to serve you. Our Cleveland office is located at 950 25th Street in front of Ace Hardware.
Welcome back to WCLE 99.1, your exclusive home for Walker Valley football. Supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined with my good friend Andy Morris and Coach Aikens. Final score, Walker Valley 28, Bradley 7. Coach, congratulations, man.
Hey, thanks, guys. Man, what a crazy back and forth. Listen, let me start here giving credit to Coach Floyd. Obviously, they lost quarterbacks, and man, it's so hard to lose quarterbacks. That is one of the most difficult things, and they fought their tail off. Absolutely fought us the entire game, and he should be really proud of his kids for that. Even to the very end on the goal line, their kids were fighting to keep us out of the end zone. So it says a lot about the pride they have in this program. That says a lot about the way he coaches them and the character he coaches them with. I have said it over and over. I've gained a ton of respect for Coach Floyd and how he does things, and really impressed by the way they played us tonight.
Coach, so up here in the visiting press box where we've been tonight, we've had former players' parents up here hanging out with us. I've got text messages galore, as I know you do too, of guys that have played in this game. You think about the Brody Swaffords, you think about the 2020 game, you think about the 2022 game, just those close battles.
There's Eric Swafford right there.
Yeah, see those guys down there. Man, and so to be able to get over that emotional hump of this specific game is a huge deal for all those people.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. And I've already had probably 7 former players come up and talk to me, and every single one of them I told, hey, man, if y'all wouldn't have laid the groundwork for this, it never could have happened. Like, we're here today because of all those guys and what they did to contribute to our program. You know, Jacob Hollingsworth, right, walking down there, you know, Ty Parker, Blueberry, you know, Chipper Franks, Larkin Lewis, on and on and on and on. When we first took this thing over, I'm not sure anybody foresaw, you know, some of the losses we've had here, and us getting to the place where, you know, we could play a game and really have control throughout the entire game. On both offense and defense, and that speaks a lot to how far we've come over the last 5 years. And I couldn't be more proud of the program, couldn't be more proud of our kids, and it's this is a really cool scene for me. Just the community. Our student section was awesome tonight. Our band was unbelievable tonight. I saw teachers up here all over the place, teachers here supporting us. I can't say enough about the amount of people. There's Riley Myers. I keep looking and seeing guys that meant so much to our program, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it, and so proud. And when you look at a picture like that of our huddle at the end, and you see our players and our student section and our cheerleaders and our band and teachers and administrators, we say One Valley, but man, it was on display tonight. And that makes me really proud of Walker Valley High School. It makes me proud to be a part of this.
Yeah, Coach, we talked before the game, kind of keys to the game, and we both said dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and boy, did you do that tonight. Dominant performance by, the flow show up front on the offensive line, but also your defensive line. Outside of one, fumble on your own 18, you kept that Bradley offense at bay all night.
Yeah, listen, I knew up front that our defensive line really could dominate this game. I thought we were better. That was one position battle that I thought our D-line could control their offensive line. Troy Discavich and Jack Shantz and Lane Ferris and, Dylan Sharp, rotators like Ethan Sharp, Judd Thompson going in, like the guys that play up front. I really felt like we had an opportunity to dominate the game up there. And again, guys, it's unfortunate that they're so one-dimensional, and it's not by their own fault. It's just that's what happens in high school sports, and I know that's hard, and it's hard to find offense, but I was really proud of our D-line for staying strong throughout the game. Offensive line-wise, again, in the trenches, they're young, so I felt good about our senior leadership up front. Our guys up front are experienced, they're strong. And it really showed tonight, and their willingness to go fight over and over and over. It was really a car crash, a bunch of car crashes, and for our guys to come out on top of that was really cool to see.
Coach, we did a great job avoiding the weather, moving the game to Thursday night, and we're starting to feel that those tropical winds coming in a little bit. And but for game time, it was really just kind of a perfect scenario. We know you talked about preparing for rain and a wet football all week and stuff like that, but really conditions turned out great here.
What a perfect night.
Yeah. Perfect for a lot of reasons, right?
I told y'all early in the week, man, that doesn't happen very often. That's why I told Coach Floyd when he asked me what I wanted to do, I was like, bro, I'm not making that decision because every time I make that decision, it's the wrong one. So I'm going to let you pull the trigger, and we'll do whatever he wanted to do. And what a beautiful night for football, and really cool. This is, guys, it's different here. Bradley County does football different, and I didn't believe that until I got this job. and it's different. The way football is treated, the way the schools are treated, there's so much pride, and for tonight to be the night it was, obviously we come out on top. But every time we've played this game, it's on display how Bradley County does football different, and it's really cool to be a part of. I'm very reflective right now of just how proud I am to be a part of what we're doing here.
Yeah, in a joking way, if you would have thought back when you're a quarterback at Boyd Buchanan all those years ago, if someone told you you're going to be a BCS champ coach, you'd be thinking the bowl championship series, but you're the Bradley County Schools champ this year, Coach.
Yeah.
Gotta say, I stole that one from my dad. He texted that to me.
Pretty cool. That's a very old joke. Actually, that's spot on. That's from Coach Morris. Man, it's really cool. It'll sink in eventually, but so proud of our guys, so proud of our community, so proud to be a part of it. Just I have been really lucky, and for us to be able to do the things we've done over the last 6 years, and we're not done. You know, we go into region play next week. We've had 2 emotional games, and we've got to get that emotion back down and be able to go through and get into region play, games that really matter when it comes to, doing what we need to do to make the playoffs and make the same run we made last year.
Yeah, Coach, I would say guess who the Dale's Heating and Air player of the game is, but I think it's kind of obvious. Roman Yulo.
It's got to be Roman,
so
right?
Got the stat line here for you. Roman Yulo, 14 rushes for 44 yards and a touchdown. As a receiver, 3 receptions for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. So big night, 3 touchdowns total for Roman Yulo. Phenomenal job by him. We've seen you plug him in at the quarterback position in the load package there, and he did a good job following that big O-line tonight.
Yeah, listen, and listen, I've got to shout out Coach Pope. Made a couple big time calls, especially early, where we were trying to figure out. We knew they were going to treat Roman different because Roman's a really talented kid. So we knew they were going to treat him different. We just weren't quite sure of how they were going to treat him different. And then you looked out there and they were bracketing him. We found some different formations where we could get him singled up, and they had to make a decision where they're going to double team him or were they going to give us a flat route. So kudos Coach Pope getting us in those formations and getting us in positions. That'll be our film session on Monday. I'll show y'all kind of the formations that we were able to get into to give him some space and make those plays. But big physical receiver. He's been our dude this year already, and he'll continue to be that throughout this year. He's a special talent, and we've got to continue to attack. You saw the load package come back tonight too. Last week. Without Zeke, we were trying to kind of work on it and get it clean. This week, you saw a lot more of our load, and even get him in to some more normal sets with the burst and flash stuff. And you saw the running back go across his face and get reads and those kind of things. So really cool for us to get the ball in his hands a lot of different ways tonight, and he obviously showed out for us.
Yeah, so the next thing we got for you is the play of the game. We gave that one to Javin Hall, the long touchdown run. He had 22 rushes on the night for 120 yards and a touchdown. So that touchdown run kind of really just sealed it and put Bradley to sleep there.
Yeah, it kind of sealed it. It was a perfectly blocked power. I really look forward to watching that play because that we blocked that about as clean as we blocked anything all night.
Again, O-line right there.
Yeah, O-line. It was a backside cutback A-gap, which was really cool to see. But again, it took every single person on this football team for us to have that success, and Javin was obviously a beneficiary on that one. But takes a lot of work, and it showed up. All the work that we've done kind of showed up tonight. So.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us. We're going to let you go celebrate with your boys.
You got a lot of people waiting on you.
Yeah, I can't imagine. My phone's going to be a disaster tonight.
Hey, are we partying at school tomorrow or what?
I will not be partying at school. Tomorrow.
Recovery day.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do laundry all day tomorrow. So life of a dad of 3. So we're going to go do that and try to get the house right. But I'll run by school at some point and celebrate with our guys.
That's awesome. Once again, Walker Valley head football coach Drew Akins.
Thank you guys so much, man. It's been a long time. Y'all have seen a lot of football games, and y'all have been a big part of it. And
Hey, listen, we
really proud of
We
this.
tell everybody we came on board with the Drew Akins era, man.
We started.
It's been a fun thing to do together.
Sometimes. So thank you guys, man. Love you guys. Love this community. Love our kids. Love this program, and really proud of our school tonight. So thank you guys.
That's it. Once again, Walker Valley head football coach Drew Akins with the win here in Bear Stadium. What a night, Jacob.
All right, man. One for the history books. It's a Thursday night. We're definitely not going to forget. And what a great momentum going in to region play coming soon. So we're going to sign off here, send it back to the station again. Thank you to all of our guys back at the station.
Yeah, on that note, huge shout-out, Elijah Kyle, Ryan Felton back at the station. And I want to give a special shout-out to all the Mustang alum that have been listening, texting in, talking to some former teachers, everyone that's been a part of Walker Valley football. It's your night. And with that, Walker Valley 28, Bradley 7, final score in this rivalry game. Next week, Mustangs get ready to go kick off some region play. Jacob, you and I will be on the call.
Hey, excited for it, man. We will see you next week. We will get out of here 28-7. Can't say it enough. Go Mustangs.
You've been listening to Walker Valley Mustang football on Sports 99.1, supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Download the free Mix 1041 app and listen on your phone or mobile device at mymix1041.com. The proceeding has been a presentation of Sports 99.1.